Hello. Um. Uh. Mute that. Okay. Alright. Hello. Hello, box. Didn't take you very long to get here. I still gotta boot up the game. But today we're playing Limbus. Limbus Company. I have almost no idea what to expect from this game. Yeah. So we're gonna see. Apparently it's a horror RPG game. And it should be fully updated, because I did run it a little bit yesterday. Oh, that's loud. I got it updated yesterday. What is happening? Cats, what are you doing? Where are you? I don't know, my cats are making noises, and I'm not very fond of the noises they're making. Oh, I think there's a cat toy at my door. I think that's what it is. Okay. Hopefully the audio won't be too loud. I think I still gotta, like... Yeah. Limbus. There we go. I really like the music so far. I listened to it while I was updating yesterday, and it was very nice. Oh, it's in... I don't know if that's Japanese or Chinese or what. I'm not very good with, I just barely turned on the audio. Oh, it's Korean. Okay. Alright. I don't know how long we're gonna stream for today. Let me... Mic is really loud. Alright, there we go. Okay. Hopefully that's good. Alright. Let's get going. Is there... I need a change. This is like really fucking loud for me. There we go. I think that's good. Alright, do you see now? You can't run from us. You dare interrupt me just... Oh. Just as I was engraving the... You must be out of your...
엄밀히 따져보면 스승님이 하려는 게 도시의 금기는 아니더라.
For me, the music's really loud. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. For being technical, what our master has planned apparently isn't one of the city's taboos.
아무도 시도할 생각조차 못했던 그런 일이라고 해야 하나?
I can hear the voice lines now? Okay, good. Is there a... Do they have English voice lines, or is it only Korean? Okay. It looks like it's only Korean. Only Korean. Okay. That's fine. I guess I'll just read it in English. Alright. It's just the kind of thing that no one has ever dared to consider. You catch my drift?
어라? 근데 이 녀석
Would you look at that?
그 사이에 머리를 갈아 끼웠군. 원래 당신 같은 자들은 준비성조차 철저한가?
You managed to get a different head in so fast. Do people like you always come prepared? That ticking noise sets something off in me. Just wait till I get the redacted. You'll be no match for my...
아무래도 저 대가리엔 입까지는 없는 모양인데?
Guess that new noggin doesn't come with a mouth, huh?
째깍거리는 소리만 들리네. 속에서는 비명이라도 지르는 걸까?
Ticking is all I can hear. You think they're screaming on the inside? I have no mouth and I must scream. ticking
째깍대는
faster.
소리가 빨라지는 걸 보니 아파하기는 하나 봐.
It's ticking faster, so I guess they can still feel pain. Damn it, why am I being attacked? Not good, memories are dissolving already. The redacted was done too
뭐야?
quick.
이젠 잠잠하네. 그럼
이건
슬슬 끝내자.
The Korean is messing me up when I try to read. They've gone quiet already. Let's get this over with.
여긴 누구도 오지 않고 누구도 볼 수 없는 곳이야. 뭐가 그리 급해?
Wolf, this is a place no one visits and somewhere none can see. What's the hurry?
우린 가르침을 따라야 해. 시간을 끌어서는 안 되니까.
We must follow her teachings. We can't drag on any longer.
그렇지만 우리가 살면서 언제 이런 녀석을 죽여보겠어?
This is the moment of a lifetime. We're not gonna get a second chance to kill someone of this caliber.
사자, 너는 일을 할 때 너무 감정적이야. 공과 사는 구분하면 좋겠군.
Still remember the game would soft lock you here at launch if your system language was not Korean, English, or Japanese. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Lion, you have a tendency to grow too emotional during your jobs. I hope you show some discretion. Shaw.
얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게
It's a
됐어.
shame. I wanted to have a look
당신의
at your
별이 어디
face.
있는지는
I reckon you won't tell us where your
알려주지
star is, right? Like hell I am. I'm taking redacted location to the grave with... Damn it, where was redacted supposed to be again? My memories are escaping me too quickly.
그렇군.
Right,
일이
no
없어.
mouth.
자연히 그것을
Which in
지킬
turn
방법도
means we won't learn how to acquire
자에게서
it from
얻을
this
수
person.
없겠군.
그럼 이제 끝내도 돼?
Can I end them now?
그래.
Sure.
이거 무슨 소리야?
Hey, what's that noise?
표범.
Don't tell me.
설마
Panther,
뒤에다가
did you allow yourself to be
추적자들을 달아놓은
tracked?
거야?
아니, 쫓아올
No,
자는
there was
아무도
no one that
없었어.
could have pursued me.
짐승일 확률은
Perhaps a wild animal?
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건
This is not the sound a beast would make. It's
버스.
a bus. A Limbus!
저런 게
Is that what?
어떻게 여기까지 굴러들어왔지?
How did it even end up here?
조난당한 버스인가 본데?
Must have taken a wrong turn.
길을 잘못 든 죄값은 생각보다 무거울 테.
Price they'll pay for taking the wrong road will be heavier than they expect. Oh! It
사자가
bested lion's
밀린 거야.
strength.
여전히 내 눈이 틀림없다면 당신은 영광의 항구에 이르겠지.
If my eyes are still right, then you will reach the harbor of glory. Who are you? The nameplate says Faust.
어두운 숲에서 길을 잃었군요.
You've lost your way in a dark forest. I am sorry. What?
하지만 당신은
You were not
두렵지
overcome with
않았어요.
fear. Why was
왜?
that? That's... I could simply lift my head to find the star.
그래요.
That's right.
이제 그 형상을
Now,
되뇌면서
repeat with the heart what I
제가
tell you
하는 말
aloud as you remind
마음으로
yourself of that
외치세요.
image.
너의 별을 따라가거라.
Follow your star. Follow your star. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head, followed by the sting of several chains penetrating my chest. Oh, jeez.
걱정하지 마세요. 정말
Relax.
심장은
That may feel
쓰러진
otherwise. Your
게
heart is still functional.
이것으로 계약은 완료되었습니다.
With this, the pact has been sealed.
단테, 이제
Dante, from
저희는
this day forth, we
당신의
are bound
시간에
to your time.
귀속되었습니다.
What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이 멎고 뛰면 당신의 시각이 어디 위치하는지에 따라 달렸습니다.
Beating of our hearts now depends on where your hands
잘
fall.
부탁드려요.
I hope you'll make a fine leader. Our...
정말 이걸로 된 건가요?
Is that really everything?
사과 한 알이 떨어졌어.
A single apple has fallen.
이 사람은 아직도 이상한 소리만 하네.
This guy's still not making any sense.
찌뿌둥해. 이제 움직여도
Jeez, the
되는 거지?
weight was killing me. Finally some action now.
몸을
Gregor!
풀고 나쁘진 않겠지.
Gregor Limbus. Oh, that's... Wait. Gregor is 13. Gallagher says he's 13. That's funny. Well, I guess we could use a little warm-up.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐지?
What is that
우리의
wretched
마지막
miserably
배원이 될
writhing on the
자인가?
ground? Are they to be the newest addition to the team?
말 조심하는
Might
게
want to
좋을
watch
걸.
your words.
우리
I heard that's our
상사가 될
soon-to-be boss.
습격은 순식간이었을 텐데 용케 머리를 숨겼군요.
The attack must have happened in an instant. I'm impressed you managed to hide your head. Who are you people? What's up with the bus?
우리는 당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온 정의의
We are
사자들.
bearers of justice who have come to
이건
aid you. This is the
원하는
magical
곳은
bus
어디든
that
갈
takes
수
us
있는
everywhere we
마술
wish to go.
버스죠.
Justice? Bus? I
그런
don't...
대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요? 그렇게 생각하는 쪽이 마음 편할 테니.
Wasn't that what you expected to hear? Either way, you're better off believing us to be your saviors.
시간도 없고 유리한
We're
상황도
racing against
아니니까.
time and the situation
천천히.
isn't in our favor,
하지만
so
한
let me
번만
explain this
설명하자.
once. After some time passed. So, if I'm not mistaken here, and I do as you said, those total strangers will fight for me.
맞아요. 당신이 올바르게 명령을 내린다면요.
Correct, so long as you give them the right orders. Alright, so we'll kill these arrogant vandals dead. Then I'll go back to where I was. And... What was I doing? Where was I when I did that? Something extremely important was upon me. Something I shouldn't forget.
진정해요. 그 머리로 기억이 온전할 리가.
Calm down. It's only natural to happen with your current
지금은
head.
눈앞에 놓인 전투에 집중하세요.
You should focus on the struggle at hand, Dante. Well, pardon.
뭐라고
I'm
불러야
not sure
할지.
how I should address you.
시계 지휘관님?
O'clock.
아무튼
Not
전투
Claude,
명령을
the
내려주십시오.
Claw. Would Commander Clock suffice? In any case, will you wait your
뭘
orders?
명령까지야. 각계
Do
정도밖에
we
답이
really
없지 않나?
need orders? Seems like going one-on-one is the only way.
저기요.
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는 거야? 다 으스러뜨리면 그만이잖아.
Quit running off your mouth. We just need to crush them all.
최선을 다해주세요, 단테.
Please do your best, Dante. There's no two ways about it, I suppose. Sinners with low sanity will be corroded by ego. Whoa. Allow me to show you the basics of management and command. You give orders to the sinners by connecting chainings. Wait, the bad tutorial. Oh no. Anyway, you can give orders to the sinners by connecting skills on the dashboard at the bottom of the screen. Oh boy. If you have formed a chain of skills, press the right gear to begin combat.
좋아, 간다.
This is interesting. It appears we need a powerful attack. Let's form the proper chain for it. Resonance boosts the damage of skills with the same sin affinity, their color, in other words. Power of each skill is boosted by the number of skills that come before it. Okay.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
This really doesn't explain it well. Yeah, you might have to, like, guide me a little bit on this box. This is interesting, to say the least. That wasn't enough, we must strike them even harder. Try chaining our skills again. As we just cover, chaining 3 or more skills of the same affinity and succession cause absolute resonance. Every skill under absolute resonance receives a power boost based on their total number. Likewise, this boost especially shines with more resonating skills. Okay.
좋은
Wait for
전략이네요.
when coins
가보죠.
will appear. When coins will appear. Okay. You'll find yellow stagger thresholds on the health bars of both your sinners and enemies. What is a stagger? When an attack puts a unit's HP below one of the yellow line thresholds, they will become staggered. While staggered, all physical resistances change to fatal. If a unit's HP drops past multiple stagger thresholds in a single turn, their stagger level will increase. The stagger level can go up to 3, and as it increases, the damage the unit takes is amplified. Well done, we've staggered an enemy, now keep up the fight with what I've taught you so far. Oh, okay. Wait.
금방 다녀올게.
4. Okay, 1. Okay, stagger level 1, all enemies will take 2 times more damage from slash, pierce, and blunt damage sources. Okay.
금방 다녀올게.
Oh. Defeat. Oh no. Only a few times you need to worry about stagger level 2 and 3. Okay.
이해가 되지 않는군.
Don't get it. This is
이런
what
것들에게
Lion.
사자가 당했다고.
This is what Lion struggled against.
잠깐만.
Whoa, hang on. I know this is kind of weird coming from someone you were just fighting, but pretty sure we can talk this out. Gregor! Limbus! Gregor, no!
이상적이지 않소.
Isn't ideal.
처음부터
I
말이
knew it
안
was
되는
ridiculous. It
싸움이라고
was a ridiculous
생각했는데.
idea to put up a fight against it. Ooh,
다들 장난해? 난 시작도.
are y'all kidding? I haven't even... Yeah, she's... Okay. What the hell is going on? They go fight in my stead.
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
He sings ideal in Korean. That's funny. I like that. Used quite a lot. Oh boy. You never promised to win said fights. What?
그리고
And it
저만
seems that
남았네요.
I'm the only survivor. Okay, so you were waiting for this? You have some hidden card up your sleeve, right?
비장의 수,
Not necessarily a
라기보다는-
trump, no.
그저 별이
Rather, but following the star.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가? 썩 유쾌하진 않군.
What is this, some kind of suicidal performance? Not the funnest lives to end. What am I supposed to do? They jumped in triumphantly only to die like flies. I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라, 거짓 사자.
Tell the serpent this, false
이건
lion.
막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
This flow cannot be stopped. Oh!
붉은색.
Red But why? Ouchie.
내가 왜 팔다리만 잘라낸 줄 아나?
Do you know why I only dismembered those two?
그래야 사지
Because at least one
멀쩡한
of you
네가
needs to be able
저들을
to carry the
데리고
rest out of here.
하동지 달아난 팔과 다리를 대체해
And you're
주는
the only
놈이
one left to offer them
나밖에
any
없으니.
help.
붉은 시
그렇게 노려보지 마. 네
Don't
놈들이
glare at me
해놓은
like
짓에
that. This is
비하면
nothing compared to what
별것도
you did.
아니잖아. 그 정도 부상이면
With wounds like
충분히
those, I'm
할
sure your
일을
boss
했다고
recognized that you did your
생각할
part. Consider them a medal of
광장처럼
honor.
여기라고. 아니면
Unless
여기서 명줄을 놓고 싶은가?
you want this to be the end of your life. Who are you one of them? You're too late. They're already...
늦은 건 아무것도 없습니다.
No one
단테.
is too late, Dante.
우리에게 필요한 건 오직
There's only one thing we need.
되돌릴 시간뿐이니까.
A little time to rewind. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by a sharp pain in my chest, as though my heart were being torn asunder. Followed by flashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. In my fading consciousness, the only thing I could perceive was the deceased's flesh reconstructing in a bizarre manner.
앞으로도 끝내주게 고통스러울 겁니다. 단테.
You'll suffer plenty from now on, Dante. The voice of the man with red eyes. When an enemy runs out of sanity and fall... Oh, okay, I'm not gonna finish reading that. I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. It is wailing out of hunger? Is it wailing out of hunger? Or...
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
They're being itchy-twitchy. Did they get up?
드디어 정신을 차렸군.
Awake at last. I
버티지
would have been a
못하고
tad bit disappointed if you croaked on us.
조금 실망할 뻔했어.
상쾌한 아침. 나는야 버스 기사 카런.
Ooh, I like her. She pretty. Fresh morning. This is Sharon, the bus driver.
아침은 아니지만
It's not
상쾌하긴
morning,
하겠어.
but I could guess it's refreshing.
기분이 어떻습니까?
How do you feel, Dante? Well,
제각거리는군.
tick-tocking like a clock.
의사소통이
Some
안
language
되는
barrier
건
this
제법
is.
곤란한데 저는 베르길리우스라고 합니다.
You may call me Virgilius.
이 말이
If you can
제대로
understand what I'm
들리려면
saying, give me some kind of
뭔가
reaction, Dante.
이해했다는 행동이라도 취하시죠, 단테.
Gave him a quick nod since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아. 듣는 것엔
Good.
문제가 없군.
At least your hearing is functional.
일단 출발하지, 카론.
Let's ride. Oh, is it Caron? I called her Sharon. I don't know. Caron.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Now departing. Oh, vroom, vroom. This is adorable. Well, this is not adorable. The little vroom, vroom was adorable. Vroom, vroom. There was a heavy roar and vibration, as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mire. It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. A Limbus. I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the
당신이
past.
누구였는지는 기억합니까?
Do you remember who you were? I shook my head to say no. I'd been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군.
Suppose you want your memory back,
그렇지 않나?
am I right? I nodded. I sure feel like an idiot.
아, 매끄럽군.
Smooth as it
다들
gets.
이렇게 몸짓으로만
What's to stop the
말하면
rest of you
안
from
되는
adopting
건가?
this gesture-based communication?
어떻게 생각하지, 파우스토 씨?
Any words of yours, Miss Faust?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요.
Faust will kindly turn down the
저희가
offer.
매끄럽게 몸을
I doubt
움직일 수
we'll
있는
have
상황이
that much freedom over
그렇게
our own
많지는
bodies
않을 것
most of the time.
같으니까요.
She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens even without sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air.
단테,
Dante. Come to think of it, the red-eyed man has been calling me that too.
단테는 당신의 이름이에요. 이름까지 잊으셨군요.
Dante is your name. The amnesia must be affecting you rather severely. Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
You'll get used to it in time. Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, and that Virgie or whatever he was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어로 들린답니다.
How else can you hear what you intend to speak? You really can? But how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은
Outdated
머리를
ideas must be
바꿔서
one of the
생긴
side
건가요?
effects that came with your head replacement.
성대나 혀 따위의 발상
It's an
기반이 있어야만 대화를 할 수
anachronistic.
있다는 건
Wait, it's
시대착오적인
anachronistic.
이야기죠.
It's anachronistic to think that vocal organs, such as the chords or tongue, are necessary to participate in conversation. Anachronistic, right? Never considered that. I don't even know what that word means.
한 사람에게만 보낼 수도 있고 모두에게 전달할 수도
You can
있다.
limit the recipient of your words to one person, or choose to speak to everyone at once. A
모두라는
little
말은
clarification. When I say everyone, I'm only
수감자들에게는
referring to the
해당하는
sinners. Sinners?
당신의 뒤에 앉아 있는
The people who have taken seats behind you,
방금까지
the ones
당신을
who fought in
대신해서
your
싸운
stead
사람들을 말하는
until
겁니다.
moments ago.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가?
House is basically a Twitch streamer. Well, thou art the final piece that completes our journey's cast. How I have yearned for this
형씨.
moment.
머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
Say, pal, where'd you sell your old cranium off?
당신이었군요.
So it's you. Thanks for putting my spine back into one piece. Were you a surgeon or something in the nest?
다들 닥쳐라.
Everyone quiet.
잡음이
Nothing is more
겹치는
displeasing than to
것만큼
hear a choir of
불편한
noises.
것도 자기 소개가 필요한
I
시점이.
suppose you all owe them a brief introduction.
그럼
I'll
가벼운
give you time to
인사를
make
나눌
yourselves
시간을
known,
주겠다.
starting with the closest one.
앞에
Go
앉은
on.
것보다
왜 이름은 항상 앞자리부터인지.
Why is it
앞에
always the
나서는
ones in the
이제
front that go
진절머리가
first?
나는데.
I'm sick of taking any sort of lead now.
당신이 우리를
I heard
이끌
you're gonna be our boss,
뭐더라?
or... Yeah, our manager.
관리자라고 하던.
Manager?
그래. 그래서
Yep.
어떤 인물인지
Which is
굉장히
why I was real
궁금했는데
curious to
말이야.
meet you. And...
아, 역시 뭔가 말을 만드는
forming the
거라고.
right sentences is tough work.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지
I don't know
모르겠지만
what you did with your old head, but I
좋아서
guess
사정은
everyone
있는
has their
거니까.
story.
나는 그레고르라고 한다.
I'm Gregor.
잘
We're in this
부탁한다고,
together, manager
관리자
bud.
양반.
Gregor, this sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or a sudden change of environment may cause parts of the whole, or the whole of his body to transform into insectile, notably akin to a carapace, resembling that of the tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obligated to be nice, we recommend you keeping your facial expression in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. He sometimes uses cynical language, but he can still be reasoned with. And you can get around him without much difficulty as long as you learn the knack of it. They're introduced in order of their chapters. Ooh.
그래, 양반이 뭐야 양반이.
You're just your butter pal. You're talking to the person who will make us filthy rich.
그래?
Greg. Rich? What's that about?
양반보다는
Let's see, what's
Dante.
better? Dante.
이름으로 부를게.
Don't mind me if I call you by
당신도
name.
나를 로제라고
You can
불러.
call me Radia. Rodian. The unfortunate traits of being Backstreet's born are apparent in this sinner. She loves money, gambling, and betting. So it is advised to pay close attention to her as the manager. She tends to deflect orders with an unimpressive wink or a silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her superior. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals. There's nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass.
난 당신이 우리의
I think there's a, well, good reason you became our manager.
분명 원래는 둥지에
I'm
굉장한
sure you
손이었겠지.
used to be a big deal back in the
그때
nest, right?
버릇을 조금만
When your
내비쳐도
old habits start coming
우리한테
back,
돈이
we'll be
주르륵
that much
들어올
closer to
생각을
rolling in the
하니?
dough. She does have sociability. I'll give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀 봐.
Oh
예,
gosh, look at me
다음은 내
keeping
차례야.
on. Hey kid, it's your turn next.
안녕하세요.
Good day.
아우, 시시해.
Aw, boring.
그게
Is that
끝이야?
it?
싱클레어라고.
I am Sinclair. Even with the volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, this sinner seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as split innards at first. As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with this sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession, with the right stimuli. Nest where the rich live, back streets where the poor live. Very unsafe place, most people live here. Ooh. This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord?
더 해야 할 말이 있나요?
Is there anything else I need to say?
회사는
I've never worked for a company
처음이라.
before.
뭐 앞으로 남은 날은
Well, you'll learn the
만날
ropes
테니까.
in You'll learn the ropes in the coming days.
그럼 거기 그 저 친구가 다음
Sinclair, the
타자 하자.
potential man of Limbus. Okay, then how about you next, nerdy pal?
이상이라 하오.
I am Yiseng. Formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing, this center possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday conversation with this center will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoiding communication altogether will pose a risk on its own, however. If the center remains silent for a long time, that means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. I am not going to remember this information. That's it? No
이상해요.
smoke or mirrors. I waited for him to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something. But he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested.
답답하네요.
I can't
사회생활의
believe you
첫걸음은
people.
인사잖아요.
Aren't proper introductions the first step to being a member of society?
저를
Call me
이스마일이라고
Ishmael,
불러주세요.
if you please. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners, but do not worry, this sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She is likely to make reasonable judgments, so it is a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you're seeking out advice. However, you mustn't forget the sinner survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it will be a difficult task. It will be a difficult task to regain her trust.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고
I heard you glued our
들었어요.
bodies back together from
앞으로도 잘
pieces.
부탁해요.
I look forward to working with you. She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized sociality, she didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는
Oh, my
사회생활하고는
kitten
거리가
is
좀
yelling at the
멀어서.
door. Sorry to disappoint, because I don't care too much for fitting in.
히스클리프.
Revenge. Name's Heathcliff. Used to be a professional wrecker of property and people alike. The center prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate. Oh, I can't talk. God damn. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. His thoughts, it's kind of hard to read this one. His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he has no intention of hiding them. His brashness may cause headaches or physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. If his fit of rage persists, please contact the Human Resources Department. Once you realize that he is the type that tends to be simple-minded, you'll have an easier time handling him.
누가 시켜서가 아니라
Not under
거슬리는
anyone's
것들에게
orders,
하고
mind
다니긴
you.
했지만
I only did it to buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도 조심하라고.
So you better watch it.
나는 윗사람이라고
I'm deathly allergic to
거들먹거리는
cocky
사람한테
gaffers who think they can
할
boss
일이
me around. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가?
Tis my turn to speak. I am Don Quixote. It's even more British after chapter 3. Oh boy. Okay, give me one moment. I'm gonna go let in my kid. Alright. Don Quixote. There is no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion if we were to measure it. An avid aficionado. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna kill my throat. Let me go get some water. Okay. Okay. An avid aficionada. Of all things Fixer, she adorns herself with a variety of Fixer-related merchandise. It won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so there's no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She's deeply immersed in the role of a righteous Fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission. I am a Fixer who shall sprint for the dreams side by side. A pleasure to have thee. A Fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가? 내가 대답해줄 수 있네. 도시를 수호하는 자들이지.
Dost thou wish to know what it is? I can answer thy question. Fixers are protectors of the city. Perchance thou mayst struggle to remember the city. Tis... I believe I said this was for brief introductions. Don't make me say it twice. Next.
홍루라고 한답니다. 잘해보자고요, 우리.
My name's Hong Lu. I hope we can get along well. A sinner who had lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for a free life. But occasionally, he may make ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by a certain other sinner, or other aspects of the low-lives, lowly culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it.
우와, 당신 그 머리
Wow, look at you! Isn't that a fascinating head there? Popular model these days, I suppose. No, this isn't that kind of...
제 취향은
It's not of my interest, though.
저건 무슨 말싸가지야?
What's wrong with your attitude? Heathcliff looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat. But when he realized the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down.
요슈.
It's Ryoshu. As they say, every person has their own creed, and it's only right to respect it as the as the executive manager. But with some creeds, you will have difficulty in even simply pretending to sympathize. You have noticed that the sinner in question is a silent chain smoker whose eyes shine with a euphoric gleam only during battle. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's heads is an uncultured act and a step backward for art. Caution, this sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you. Okay. Yours, nice to meet ya. I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce that, but okay. Can't trip. Oh, she's in my box, never mind. I thought she was getting into trouble. At what point was I supposed to laugh? She made a pun to her name. Oh, okay.
메르소, 그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Please refer to me as such. She said it in Japanese. Oh. Okay. Wants clear and concise commands, requiring no judgment on his part. Alright, nice and easy. I like it. You're pretty polite.
것이 아닙니다.
This isn't anything special. I'm simply behaving normally. I'm almost touched. Merci.
네.
Yes. I felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. Is that Otis? Otis? Wait a minute. I recognize this character, but I don't want to say why. Autism? Like autism, but autism? The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting. felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand. Please, I would
관리자님이
never
먼저
make my
자세를
manager grovel
굽히려다니
before me.
당치도 않습니다. 본인은 오티스라고 합니다.
Otis.
이전에 실례했던 부분을 사과드리고 싶습니다.
My name is Otis. I would like to apologize for my rudeness earlier. This center could serve as an excellent advisor depending on your capability. However, she also has a meddlesome tendency. So it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She is an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life. Cantrip? Don't you do it. Child? She's going to knock everything off my desk. And she's going to enjoy. Child. Okay, she's off my desk. We're good. Making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You could trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Notice, unlike the other centers, accessing records pertaining to the past of this center is not permitted. Warning, keep an eye on this center and beware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission. Rudeness?
이거 참.
Oh, please, your generosity is a humbling sight. She's very pretty.
역시 처음부터 저희를 이끄실 분이라는 걸
I knew at
한눈에
first glance that
알아봤습니다.
you have what it takes to lead us. Huh? Sorry?
인간의 대부분은
While most humans
서로가
cause
맞붙어
noise and friction as a
소음과
result of
마찰을
confrontation,
이끌어내지만 그중 소수는
some are able to
맞붙는
reap
것으로
mutual benefit
서로에게
from
이득이
coming
되는
head to
경우가
head.
있다고 합니다. 검을 날카롭게 펴리기
It could be
위해선
compared to the
그만큼
relationship
강한
between a
숫돌이 필요한
blade
것처럼
and a whetstone. The biggest bootlicker? She is or I am?
누구보다 관리자님을 위해
I'm assuming you're
헌신하겠습니다.
talking about her, not me.
편히 써주시기를.
Okay, she is. Oh, I vow to serve you with unrivaled devotion. Yep, she's a bootlicker. Executive manager. My blade is yours to wield. That's reassuring. Thanks. I gave her an approving nod, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수 있네요.
I'm amazed at how you can sing such bold-faced high praise not too long after calling them a miserable, writhing wretch. I think I see now.
제가 마지막이네요.
It seems I
파우스트입니다.
am the last. Faust is the name. The sinner who developed the engine of Mephistopheles. The bus operated by Limbus Company. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom. And she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude, not altitude, what the heck? Attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing... Whoa, what? You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing. But... Okay, I think I understand that sentence now. But as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there's no hope of her parting with it, ever. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out.
당신의 인생 중 한 번 만날까 말까한
A
천재.
genius with whom you're lucky to cross paths even once in your life.
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요, 단테.
Sounds like you aren't convinced, Dante.
괜찮습니다.
Well, it's fine.
경험을
You'll
통해
come to learn,
차차
all
이해할
in
수
due
있을
time.
거예요.
Learn what?
파우스트가 진귀한
Faust
천재였다는
is
사실을
indeed a
말이에요.
brilliant mind.
관측자가 깨닫지
When a
못한다 하여
proverbial tree falls, the
사실이
fact of its
진실이
sound
되는
cannot
일은
become true
없으니까요.
when the outside observer fails to recognize it. Okay.
소개는 여기까지.
That's enough greetings.
단테,
Okay,
당신의
let me
직무를
explain your new
알려드리죠.
occupation. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고
I'm
있어요.
asking if the job you're about to explain is that of a manager. Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me, unlike the sinners.
맞습니다. 관리자
That's
단테.
correct, Executive Manager Dante.
당신은 지금 소개받은
You will
이열
embark on a trip to the
수감자와
Inferno
함께
with the 12 sinners who just
지옥을
introduced
지행하게
themselves.
될 것입니다.
The Inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야
They're
하는
asking why they need to
이유는
travel to the Inferno. How about this? Treasure awaits at the end of the road. Does that suffice? I don't. I mean, I used to be a treasure hunter or something.
아예
can't seem to
알아듣지
get-
못하는군요.
I can't seem to get you at all.
이 해를 요구한 건
I did not
아닙니다,
ask for your
단테.
understanding, Dante. Nor was this a
의사를
question of your
부른 것도
willingness.
아니죠. 기억과 머리를
You'll have to
되찾고
listen to me
싶다면
if you want to reclaim your
제
memories
말을
in original
들어야 할
head.
겁니다.
I mean, do I want them back? Oh, I do want them back. But
미적거리네요.
they're hesitant.
파우스트
Miss
씨,
Faust, what will we do if Dante keeps on
단테가
refusing to
계속해서
cooperate?
거부하면 우린 어떻게
This was
하는
not a
거지?
scenario we anticipated.
거부할
무슨 말씀을?
Preposterous.
파우스트는
Faust
모든
anticipates
것을
every
예상한답니다.
possibility.
단테, 모든
Dante,
임무를
once you've
마치고
completed
나면
all your missions,
당신은 성위를
you'll be able
살릴 수
to
있을
engrave
거예요.
the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
I can promise you that. Aspect, a word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I make my choice.
보이죠? 고개를
See there?
끄덕이잖아요.
They're nodding.
좋아.
Good.
계속
Then we can
가면
continue.
되겠어. 그런데 카론,
By the way,
아까부터 왜 출발을 안 하고 있지? 졸았나?
Charon? Why isn't the bus moving? Were you dozing off?
버스 기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아.
The bus driver only snoozes at rest spots, Verge.
메피 앞에
Weirdos were
이상한
hanging
놈들이
around in
사선이고
front of
있었어.
Mephi.
카론, 말했잖아.
told
버스에
you,
무슨
Charon.
일이 생기면
If anything
곧바로
happens with the
알려야
bus, you got to let me
한다니까.
know right away. Mephi? Who's that?
메피스토펠레스. 이
Mephistopheles, the
버스의
name of this
이름이자
bus and the engine that
버스를
runs it.
구동하는 엔진의 이름.
What is in this box? Oh, it's just a piece of paper. Okay. And Faust's
그리고
magnum opus cordis.
파우스트의
지옥을 순항하기엔
An ideal ferryboat to
걸맞는
bear us across the
나무가 아닐 수.
inferno.
그렇게 생각하지
Wouldn't you agree,
않습니까?
Dante?
단테.
Wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는 익숙한 쥐새끼들.
Looks like they're just another pack of dirty rats living in the back streets.
마침 잘 됐습니다.
It's just the right time, Dante. You should make
지혜를
perfect targets for
연습하기는
practicing your
더할
command.
나위 없는 조건이군요.
단테,
Dante, I skipped over
전투에서는
many details during
생략한
our
부분이
first battle.
많았어요. 제대로 설명할 시간이
We were short
없었습니다.
on time, after all.
하지만 그런 식으로만
However,
전투가
we'll be
이루어지면
slaughtered frequently if
우리는
no
항상
improvements are made
고인을
to your strategy.
당신은 우리를 살리기 위해
And in
의미
turn,
없는
you'll have to
고통을
endure
느껴야만
senseless pain
하겠죠.
over and over again to revive us. Pain? Revive? You mean what happened earlier was? Yes, we were brought
당신이
back to life
시계를
because you turned back
돌려주었기에
the clock.
우리는 살아나는 거라.
Oh! Also,
당장
Charon in
필요한
mythology is a
설명은 아닌
Fetterman.
듯합니다. 파우스트
Don't know why I'm
씨.
speaking with an accent. Who ferries the souls of the dead into the underworld. Oh. Which mythology, dude? Is it Korean? Is it Korean mythology? I'm not very familiar with Korean culture in general, honestly. I don't believe that much is necessary, Miss Faust. Oh, Greek. Yes, that might be right. I'm more familiar with Greek, but just the name wasn't ringing a bell, so I probably just didn't know
너희들
that.
전원 하차.
Save the chatter for later, sinners off the
전투에
bus.
대한 설명을 이어가죠.
Allow me to elaborate on combat. Ooh, ego skills are placed at the bottom of a sinner's column. You can send every sinner into battle at once, yes, but commanding so many personnel at once will not be an easy task. Therefore, I will inform you on the appropriate number of participants depending on the particularities of each battle. For this occasion, 5 sinners will make an appropriate force. Select 5 sinners you would like to deploy for this battle. You can select the lower half of each sinner's card to deploy them. First, please select Faust.
따라가겠어요.
Precise work. Select the rest of the sinners you would like to deploy for this first encounter.
내가 필요해?
앞장서시오.
네, 문제 없.
Gregor!
최선을 다해볼게.
Dante and Vergi are from Dante's Inferno. Okay. I am not well acquainted with Dante's Inferno, so
명령에 따를게요. 효율적이라면.
Rota Centers will lash out indiscriminately, so be careful. All actions are dictated by his speed value. Speed is a random number chosen from within a given range each turn. The positions of units are rearranged every turn according to their speeds. Those with lower speeds are placed at the front, making them easier targets. Okay.
행동을 개시합니다.
Basically, higher speed means you can clash with anyone. Oh, okay. After the start of each turn, a skill slot will be added for a sinner in the order they were deployed during team setup, regardless of if the sinner is staggered, in panic, or ego corrosion. Low speed means you can only clash with people taggering you. Okay. The center and their target. Oh, I was reading that. What are clashes? A clash occurs when two characters attack each other. The side with the higher power wins, removing one coin from the loser. Both sides still have coins. More clashes will occur until one side has lost all of its coins. The side that loses all their coins will have their attack skill cancelled. The winner will then attack with the remaining coins, getting a damage bonus based on the total number of clashes. Oh boy. The clash power of two opposing skills is compared, and the side with greater power wins. The gauge and the text shown at the top of the screen will predict your odds of winning. Speed doesn't matter that much until you reach focused fights. Okay.
금방 다녀올게.
36 was taken. Hello, welcome to the stream. The number up as your lowest roll, highest is if you hit heads on all points. Blue orb next to a character's health bar is an indicator of their sanity or SP. What is sanity? The sphere on a unit's right indicates their sanity or SP. It has a range of -45 to +45. Units with higher sanity have a higher chance of their coin flips landing heads. Defeating enemies boosts sanity, while ally deaths will harm sanity. Enemy units at low sanity may fall into states of low morale or panic. Okay, so they're all panicking. You can view the effects and ailments on a unit in the indicated area. I cannot read today. Press or hover over one of the effect icons to examine it in detail. So your max change get to 95% of hitting heads. Oh, each time you win a clash, you gain sanity. Each point of sanity is 1% to hitting heads, so your max change gets to 95% of hitting heads. All of our foes have fallen into a panic. Now's our chance. Give us orders at your discretion. So your max chance to will get to 95% of hitting heads. Okay. Oppression does not act when hit. This unit is defeated after the skill ends.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
Victory! When you get to negative 45 sanity, you either panic or suffer ego corrosion,
아까보다는
but that's for
쓸만해
later.
보이는군요, 단테.
You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away, save for one, though. Shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정하네요.
You're worried over the foes we lost.
걱정할 건 없습니다.
No need for concern, that's the direction we were
마침
heading
갈
anyway.
길이었으니.
Charon?
가론.
Caron! That's her name. Caron.
발판을 꽂고 신나는 기분으로 달릴게.
Pedal touches metal, up for an exciting ride. After use, skills are converted into ego resources corresponding to their sin affinity. The sinners you have deployed in the last encounter will automatically be selected for the next, saving you the trouble of selecting them again. Feel free to change them before entering the battle, however. Select the to battle button.
나?
To battle!
뭐 최선.
Oh, what was happening? Please form a chain of skills. I have more to teach you. Skills have two major properties, their attack type and sin affinity. The attack types are slash, pierce, and blunt. The sin affinities are wrath, lust, sloth, gluttony, gloom, pride, and envy. Combined with the resistances, attack types and affinities determine the damage of skills. Okay. Here you can check the attack types and sin affinity of your sinner skills. You can see the resistances and weaknesses of each unit up here. This hooligan is vulnerable to slash attacks.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
You can also use defense skills to deal with an enemy offense. Defense skills activate against the enemy attack paired with it. If a defense skill is impaired, it will activate when the unit is subject to an unopposed attack. Unlike attack skills, defense skills need to be generated. Let's generate a guard skill first. If you'd be so kind as to press Gregor's portrait. Guard creates a shield with health equal to its power value. This shield will absorb incoming damage first. Using guard multiple times in a single turn will have it activate that many times. There are 3 types of defense skills: normal defense, dodge, and counter. Each identity only has one. Okay. Good, a guard skill has been generated. Let's do the same for a counter skill. Be so kind as to press Radia's portrait. Unlike other defense skills, counter has an affinity and will generate its corresponding ego resource. When using counter, the unit will launch an unopposed attack after being hit. However, the unit cannot launch a counter while staggered. Gut gemacht. Lastly, we'll generate an evade skill. If you'd be so kind as to press Faust's portrait. When using evade, the character will dodge if the evade's final power value is greater than or equal to the incoming attacks. The attack will hit with full force if the evade's power is lower, so be careful. These skills have been generated without a problem. Now utilize them and continue the battle. Your goal is to eliminate all of our enemies.
행동을 개시합니다.
This is a lie since other defense abilities will have some affinity and higher up level. Oh.
한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
행동을 개시합니다.
셔츠는 낙엽하오.
결과죠.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
좋아, 간다.
혹의 거울은 깨졌어. 혹의 거울은 깨졌어.
Victory! If your center uses ego, their center is gosh dang it.
잠시만요.
It loads too fast. Give me a second.
뭐죠?
What is it?
저는
I joined this
정체되지
company
않고
because I was
나아갈 수
told that
있다는
I'll
말에
be able to
여기에
advance my
합류한
career
거예요.
without slowing down.
그런데 지금은
Right now, it's nothing but
아니고
meaningless violence,
계속 의미
like
없는
a rats or
폭력만.
something.
의미가 없진 않소.
I object to its
저들은 우리를
meaninglessness.
공격하는 악이지
Those
않소.
were evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히
Please,
좀
just be
해봐요.
quiet for a moment.
아무튼
Anyway,
이런
if
폭력반 같은
all we're gonna
행동만
do is beat
명령할
up people under
거라면
orders like hired
다른
thugs,
일을 하는 것도
I'll have to consider
고민해봐야
changing
할것
jobs
같아요.
sooner or later. In most cases, it's better to go for skills that will with the clashes than to connect same colors. Oh, okay.
입사 계약서를
Wait.
제대로 안
Yeah.
읽으셨나요?
Haven't you read your contract?
회사는 허용될 수
Resignation is not
없답니다.
permitted.
계약하면서
Do you
말한
think the
이야기가
contract has any
거짓말이라도
sway if it's
그
based on
계약이 효력이 있을
lies?
거라 생각하는 건가요?
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Of course it does.
애초에 거짓말은
There were no
없었으니까.
lies on it. Huh?
네?
설마 제가
You didn't think
메피스토펠레스를
Mephistopheles was built to be a
그저
mere means of
운송만 하는 것으로
transportation,
만들었을
did
것
you?
같았나요?
메피는 항상 배고프다.
Mephi is always
그래서
hungry.
울어.
He keeps crying. The bus gets hungry.
엔진이 연료를 섭취할 때
When the
생긴
engine
부산.
ingests fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해
Using that, you can
강해질 수
grow more
있어요.
powerful.
이상 씨는 잘
I'm
알고
sure,
계시겠죠?
I'm sure Yi Sang knows as
거울
well.
속에서
When all
모든
possibilities are
가능성을
drawn from the mirror,
끄집어낸다면
성장 또한 제약이 없어.
there is no limit to one's growth.
거울 속에 나는 나인가
Is the self in the
아니면
mirror
또
my
다른
reflection?
누구인가?
Or another being entirely? Possibilities? You draw what exactly? Ego skills are placed at the bottom of a center's column. Oh, I read that before. One of Mephistopheles' various functions is extraction. You can collect various identities and ego from here. Select the extract button.
누구보다 신속하게 그들에게 침묵을
With
안겨드리죠.
impeccable swiftness, I will render them silent. You have acquired a new identity. Collecting new identities and ego will be contributive to improving our combat and performance. Now let us return to battle. Battles can be accessible via the drive window. Verno. Selva Oscura. Select the top part of the centers to swap them out for a different identity. Select center Ishmael, if you will. From this menu, you may select one of the identities you have extracted to deploy them into battle. Please select the newly acquired identity for Ishmael. Well done. Selecting identities appropriate for the particularities of each battle is the path to victory. Now select the to battle button.
목적지는 혹이 많소.
There's a combat passive and a supportive passive.
그렇군요.
I
이런 걸
see.
의미했던
This is what that
건가요?
was about.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는
There's
없어요.
no need to get
이스마엘.
impatient, Ishmael.
버스가 향하면 자연히
As the bus goes onward, you'll naturally
자연히 시정작
you'll naturally
같은
take on more
일보다
important
중요한
tasks than
걸
beating the
맡게
life
될
out of
거야.
random crooks.
목표에 도달하는
I know you're eager to achieve your
마음을
goals, but do
재촉하고
try to have
있겠지만
patience.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의
Since this
모든
works by
가능성 중
whisking
하나를
out one of our
끄집어내는 건
limitless possibilities from the
기억이
mirrored
조금
world,
더 쉬워졌을
it'll
거예요.
have overwritten a part of our memories.
곧 익숙해질 거예요.
You'll get used to it in no time.
뭐야? 그거
Whoa,
좀
hang
위험해
on.
보이는데?
That's a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가 아니게 되는
What
거
if I'm no
아니야?
longer my old self by the end?
여러분은 테세우스의
Don't mistake
배가
yourselves
아니에요.
for the ship of Theseus. For the ship of Theseus.
인격과 기억을 빌리기는
It's true that you borrow the identities and
주도권을 잃도록
memories.
설계되어 있지는
The
않아.
system is designed to ensure that you don't lose control over your own existence.
거울에 비추는 나는 사뭇
Different
다를 수
though your
있으나
reflection may be, it is bound to vanish once you
거울
walk
밖을
away from the
벗어나면
mirror.
거울 속의 형체 또한 잃기에.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게 달렸어요.
How our capability grows ultimately depends on you, Manager Dante.
거울 세계의 다양한
It is up to
가능성은
you to place the most
가장
effective figment of
효과적인
possibility on
타이밍에
us at the right
당신의
time.
일을 하실 테니.
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가?
I believe that's what you call a metamorphosis.
네. 일종의
Yes, I suppose you could say that it's a form of
변신이라 할수
transformation.
어머? 그런 어려운 단어는
Golly, where'd you
어디서
learn big
했대?
words like that?
주워들었다.
I picked it up.
이 사람
My
저
prior
사람
profession
많이
required meeting
만나봐야
people with
하는 일이
various
있었거든.
occupations.
변신이라.
Your wand long, huh?
담소는 끝났나?
Done chatting?
일단 길부터 뚫자.
Let's make the wave first.
어차피 지겨울 정도로
You'll spend more
붙어
time
있을
together
테니.
than you'd ever ask for,
어떤
so
말은
keep that combo
나중에.
for later. Okay, each character has a skill set. This is the list of skills from which they draw. Press here to open their info tab.
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안
Press here
되는데.
to wait. Each center you control has their own group of skills. A number of them. And those skill sets will be randomly selected and deployed on the dashboard. Used skills are treated as discarded from the set. They will not reappear until every other skill in the skill set has been used, thus refilling it. Additionally, attack skills have an offense level. In clashes, the differences in offense levels may affect the outcome. I should cover the basics of your center skills, not give them your orders. I am looking. Okay, so 100, 100. Oh. Oh wait, these are the same. Okay. Those are the same. Those are the same.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Besides skills, your centers have passive abilities. Centers in battle have their combat passives active. Offense level will matter later on, but basically each 3 offense level difference, the little sword icon you gain +1 power in clashes. Centers who are not directly participating in battle will provide aid with their support passives. To put theory into practice, activate the passive by chaining 2 pride skills. Is this pride? Yeah, wait. Pride is dark blue. Okay. This portion will indicate what passives are active. Passives activate when you possess a certain number of ego resources or chain skills with certain affinities to cause resonance. Pride is dark blue. Yeah, I read that already. You'll learn in time. Yeah, I know green is gluttony. At least I'm pretty sure.
좋아, 간다.
완전한 침묵.
깨졌어.
완전한
Yeah.
침묵.
Our current encounter comes in multiple waves. To help with this, your centers possess powerful skills called ego, manifested by resonating with their emotions. To use ego, you need ego resources. You can view the ego resources you currently have stockpiled here on the right. Since it's your first time trying your hand at ego, I've collected the necessary resources for you. This is a special power, so you'll need to gather them on your own from now on. Centers who can currently use ego will be highlighted. Ego skills must be generated on the dashboard. Much like defensive skills, press and hold the highlighted portrait. Press the icon of the ego you want to use. Assume ego resources to generate an ego skill icon on the dashboard. The skills can be cancelled by tapping on the portrait twice once they are added to the dashboard. The ego skill will be cancelled and your resources will be refunded. Ego is a powerful equipment that manifests by resonating with your sinner's emotions. To use an ego skill, you need sin affinity-based ego resources. Whenever you use an attack skill, you'll gain an ego resource matching its affinity. On top of requiring ego resources, ego takes a toll on a sinner's sanity. At low sanity, the sinner might suffer from ego corrosion. Sinners corroded by ego will ignore your commands, so ensure that your sinners are in good mental health. After using an ego skill, its passive ability will activate on the next turn and further empower the sinner for the rest of the battle. Make good use of the variety of passives that ego has to offer. Ego overclock can be stable or unstable depending on resources available. Overclocking spends 1.5 times as many ego resources and SP as the ego skill's usual cost. Overclock. Sorry. To overclock an ego skill, you will need to possess at least the base ego resource cost. If you have the base cost but not enough for your overclock, the overclock cost will be subtracted from your possession beyond 0. The unit can still be corroded upon overclocking. In this case, only the base ego resource cost will be consumed. Stable overclocked ego skills have the same effect and damage values as the corrosion skill while being able to distinguish allies from foes. Unstable overclock skills carry the risk of targeting indiscriminately and have the same effects and values as the corrosion skill. Attack skills can be single target or multi-target. The latter are called AoE skills. Since ego that's about to be in play has an AoE skill. Targets of the area of attack skills are divided into 2 categories, the main target and sub-targets. Clashes with AoE skills can only occur from the chosen main target. If an AoE skill loses its clash, the attack will be cancelled for every target. Sub-targets are determined by the targeting range of the skill. AoE skills target enemy skill slots. Each AoE skill has an attack weight. Each skill has a weight which can take up a portion of an AoE skill's attack weight. In regular counters, an enemy is only attacked once by an AoE skill, even if the unit is taking up multiple targets. And in focused encounters, the slots on their body parts only attacked once, even if said slots are taking up multiple targets.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게. 겨우 이 정도야?
Murder.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
모든 결과들은
Oh.
파우스트가 알아요.
흑여친은 나기카오.
Utilizing ego will be an important part of your strategy. Before we proceed, allow me to introduce you to a useful feature. You can now let the game change skills for you. Change will be automatically chosen depending on what button you press. I'm sorry. I'm taking a medication that makes me yawn a lot. So, I'm not yawning because I'm bored or tired or anything. I can't help it. Win rate picks skills that are the most likely to win clashes. Damage, as the name implies, picks skills that can hurt your enemies the most. For regular encounters, auto-chaining is only available on stages where you've cleared the EX conditions. Auto-chaining can always be used for focused encounters. Note that auto-chains are not necessarily the guaranteed optimal solution. Usually you use ego to heal or win hard clashes. Okay. wind break?
금방 다녀올게.
혹의 거울은 깨졌어.
Man, I wish I understood Korean.
완전한 침묵.
Coin faces. Gosh
길이
dang it.
열렸어.
Road's
하지만
clear,
비를
but Berg,
내피가
Mephi could
달리기만
have run them
했어도
over just
길은
fine.
뚫렸을 거야.
Luis Nevada, thank you for following the channel. Huh? What did I fight for then? It's called practice. Hello. How are you today?
진정하시죠, 단테.
Calm yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지
It's
못한
not right to
아이에게
ask a toddler to run when it
달리기를
has yet to
시킬
take
순
its
없지
first steps.
않겠습니까? 걸어볼 기회가 있다면
You'll need every opportunity to
직접
try and
걷고
walk
나서
before you're made to run.
달리셔야죠. 그리고
Furthermore, Dante,
당신은 관리자.
as the manager, it's your job to
저들의
manage
관리를
your
하는
staff.
게 업무입니다. 나는
And I am the guide. I decide where we
어디를
go and
가고
how we arrive
어떻게
there.
개척할지는 내가 판단합니다. 알겠습니까?
Do you get it?
토달지 말라고.
Don't argue with me. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me? I'm fine, just finished the last canto for now yesterday. Finished everything in a month's time. I'm waiting for next event in June 12th. Ooh. I don't know a lot about this game. So I don't know what that means yet, but sounds fun. Bought the book today since the brain rot got to me hard.
째깍거리긴 하는데
I heard
뭐라고
ticking,
하는
so what
거지?
did they say, Miss Faust?
파우스트.
별말 없었습니다.
Nothing much.
정정을 성대하기도 하는군.
Some verbose agreement that
앞으로
was, and now it should be
고개만
enough to let me know
끄덕여도
that you approve,
좋습니다,
Dante.
단테.
그럼 내피 출발하자.
Now, Mephi, off we go. Wahoo. Oh, wahoo!
결혼 기분이 어때?
How are you feeling, Karon?
매우 신나.
Extreme
날아갈 것
excitement.
같습니다, 카론.
About to walk on air, reports Karon.
좋아.
Good. So, where are we going?
베르길리우스, 그가
I
목적지를
have-
묻습니다.
Who? I was pinged. Oh, there. I was pinged in my friend's Discord. Even my fiance texted me. Alright, anyway. Virgilius, they'd like to know the destination.
말했던
I
것
believe I told you that
같습니다만,
already,
단테.
Dante. The Inferno. But just where are we going? With his sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지역으로
Boom,
출발하지.
boom. Whoa. Brante. Whoa. Millie! Yeah. I love the art. The art is phenomenal. The music is phenomenal too. Golden bow. Wow. There's the districts. Oh. Limbus Company. Face the sin, save the ego. So that was... Is that the prologue? Ooh. The battle pass is unlocked. Oh boy. Your maintenance compensation. That's the prologue. Alright, what's this? Target extraction. Food discs will become available for a limited period. Oh wait, system notification. Okay, Twitter, how to submit inquiries, okay. Do not recommend pulling of ego banners. Okay. Usually
그대,
focus on the season exclusive banners.
드디어
Okay.
목적지를 찾은 것이오.
Right now we pull on the beginner banner. Okay. Do I want to do like all the 20 extractions, or I guess I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing from here. Yep, all 20. Okay. We shall see my luck. I mean, you saw me pull Boot Hill. Ooh, Gregor! I do like fireworks.
네, 저는 선배가 아니잖아.
Heathcliff?
뭐야?
워프 열차라는 거
Blue.
생각보다 좁던데요?
And it'll take a bunch of repeats. Extract again.
누구죠? 날 부른 사람이 감당되겠어요?
Another Honglu. Ting Tang Gang leader. Company. Friends. Oh, I don't have any friends. Alright, yeah, send me your friend code. We will be friends. What's this? Oh. Okay, so purple's envy. White blue's gloom. Gloom. That's a sin. Oh, there's 8 sins. Usually there's only 7. Oh wait, no, that's not a sin. Never mind. So there's only 7 sins. I just can't count. Okay, so wrath is red. Lust is orange. Sloth is yellow. Gloom replaced greed. Oh, okay. Okay, green is gluttony. Gloom is light blue. Pride is dark blue. Envy is purple. I don't know what I'm doing. I just... Ooh, I like those colors. Why not? Okay, friends. Let's add a friend. Each 0. a friend. Alright. Oh, banner. Drive. That's where the battle is, right? You can configure a team from your 12 centers and their identities. I should be able to use some of your selected identities as support units. Huh. Oh, so like Honkai Star Rail. Okay, cool. Center's window, select a center's identity, select the top part of a center's identity portrait. We'll show a list of their identities. From there you can select an identity. Selecting the bottom part of a center's identity portrait will deploy that identity into this battle. Select from those keywords. Okay. So I guess I just gotta that one. Oh, you want me to add you as a friend too? 36? Rigor. Yeah, I didn't get anything for him or him. Nothing new.
하루가 저물어가는
Wait.
동안 나는 그저
There we go. Okay. Add a friend. S 53 70 99269. Search. Be right back. Okay. Add friend. Right. It's just. Oh, okay. Act. Main story. This are done. No. Inferno. There we go. Okay, I figured it out. Vroom vroom.
베르, 앞에 장애물이 있어.
Look at your head. Permission to vroom vroom. Chatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep boredom at bay. Not that there was much else to do on a bus whose destination was unknown to me. A lack of head and memory certainly don't help either. Alright, let's proceed. Okay. Come bumpity bumps.
비싼 세정제야.
Expensive washer fluid. Derek said he'd pay it a fortune. The comb stuck to the window, gently dissolved, letting light through. Ugh. Many different sets of eyes on the bus are lethargically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene. Based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is common in the city. Hey. Felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that I was wide awake. That's when the conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. I mean, glasses. Know where we're going right now? Feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me slip. How's the polling goes? It went good, according to Box. You almost called me the bug guy, didn't you? Once again, my name is Gregor. Same way you're called Dante and not Clockface. I couldn't find any excuses, so I just gave back a light nod. Say, bus girly, where are we headed?
다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 카론이요.
Once again, my name is Caron.
당신이 벌레 양반이 아니라
Same way you're called
그레고리라고
Gregor
불리듯이.
and not bug guy. She got you there, Gregor. She really did.
베르가 말했어.
Varric said,
수감자들은
the sinners will go
갑으로
to District 4. What? Oh? Did District 4 fall upon my ears? That place is known to be the home of the Grass Maiden. 'Tis the origin of the heroine's journey, and 'twas the... Bloody hell, you're rattling on and on and on. Could you just shut up and let the trip go in peace? Why, I had remained silent until mere moments ago. I said just shut up.
이봐요.
Sorry, did you happen to realize you're being louder here? Even if you can't die, you sure as hell can suffer, no? So say that again.
옳은 말을 했는데도 돌아오는 게 폭력이라니. 수준 알만하네요.
I say the right thing and your first response is violence? Shows how refined you are. I contemplated for a second. Should I step in? Is this the part where I exercise my authority as the manager with dignity and grace? A faint memory urges me to do something. Now, guys, it's inadvisable to lose your... Oh!
모분초도
Tranches.
모가지를
To
분질러
right against noisy crying hogs until scragging. Oh.
이유 없는 폭력은 용서받을 수
Senseless violence shan't be forgiven. I will bring about justice and...
아, 이럴 줄 알았어.
Oh, okay.
옷에 피가 튀었잖아. 저기, 꼭 내 앞에서 싸워야겠어?
Oh, I knew this would happen. You left a spot on my clothes. Look, do you guys really have to fight next to me? I must be mad. I haven't even reached our destination and they've already killed 3. Of her own, that is. Can't take a small break without anticipating trouble, can I? You 4, cleaning duty for the next month.
어째서?
Such unfairness! I merely sought the hand of justice.
잠깐. 내 옷
Oh,
빨리
also,
던져줘.
tell them to do my laundry too. Well, it doesn't wash off as easily as wine stains. Sheesh, dry cleaning's costly.
건데.
No one bats an eye at the lifeless janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. But I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back. Dante, I'd like you to turn the clock back. Turn the clock? That must mean there's a puzzle where clear your face should be. I'll keep that in mind. Miss Faust? Virgilius gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. She let out a small sigh, but still came to my seat, probably out of a sense of obligation.
처음 만났던 날에도
It's the same thing you did the day we first met, Dante. Though I suppose that was more of an instinctual reaction.
자,
Now, let's try again. Close your eyes. Though I have no eyes to close, blocking out my sight is something I've done. I had no reason not to follow Faust's instructions here.
사실 문은
In fact,
어디에나 있어요.
The door is everywhere.
그러나 당신에게만
However,
보이죠.
only you can see it, for the stars
왜냐하면
never set in your sky.
당신의 하늘엔 별이 지지 않았으니까.
At that, I felt a thread of light creep into my sight. As if to open my eyes, I embraced that light. Then I saw a space. I was alone there, and a massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonized cries seeped through the gap. Hearing the endless laments and wailing for even a split second makes me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles as if it's what I was born to do. Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I grope about in the door, thousands upon thousands of last wails lay within. Reaching inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can feel the histories of different sins bearing their brands crawl up my hand onto my arm.
고통을 나눌 준비가
Art thou prepared to share the pain? Could that have been a question? Rather, pressure to comply. I pulled forth the sinners, grasping my hand with all my strength. Rah! The terrible pain spreads through my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe, it makes me wish I were dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle twisting, entangling with each other, goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all this agony. I fell to kneel atop the pool of blood in helplessness. Then I see it. Trembles in the bloody pools, gradually growing into waves and bubbles rising from the floor. Whatever the sinners feel before death, he feels it on revive? Oh, jeez. Soon that blood soaking the ground coalesced into three masses. Then the agony that seemed to last forever vanished just like that. As the lumps of blood rose into the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to the grumbling bus. How does it feel to have your head back after it's severed? Was it exciting? Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck, mutters vulgar words, and reproaches Ryoshu. Hold on, I just brought you back and you're going straight into another fight? Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fury. Isn't it your job to bring us back? If your job's done, then step aside before I knock your dumb clock off.
잠깐만요.
Please wait.
단테 씨가 괴로워하시는 것
Dante looks like
같은데
they're in a lot of
이쯤에서
pain,
저-
so we really should... Before he could finish, Heathcliff's steel bat caved in the side of Sinclair's head. Well, the incoherent gurgles of a dying person violated my ears. Next time, Clockface, you're crushed. Are we clear?
정말
You really are as coarse as you
생긴
look.
일이라더니
Was dying once not enough for you? Heathcliff tightens his grip on the bat, and Ishmael is ready to swing her weapon as well. Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? While I was lost in thought, all tension in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over.
이거 아무래도 제대로
It seems this
교정해둬야겠어.
team's in serious need of discipline. The sinners on a collision course stopped dead in their tracks. A cold pair of red eyes cast their glare between the two.
첫 번째 규칙.
Rule number 1.
버스
Do
안에서는
not let me hear weapons
목이
clashing
부딪히는
inside
소리가
the bus.
들리지 아니한다. 이 순간 이후로
If any of you break this
규칙이
rule as of
깨어지면
now,
너희는 내게
we're going
제발
to be begging for me to
죽여달라고
let you die.
애원하게 될 거야. 난 충분히
I'm
그럴
sure
수
you know
있는
I'm capable
사람이야.
of that and more,
알지?
right? Sinclair's writhing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Heathcliff glowered, but couldn't bring himself to argue back.
단테, 미안하게
I'm sorry
됐습니다.
about this. I need you to rewind
시계를 한
one more
번만
time.
더 돌려주시죠.
Have to do that again? Rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain once more. I waggled my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile on Virgilius's face vanishes as his expression shifts.
내가 아직 사과와
You'd better
부탁을
open up
하고
while I'm
있을
still
때
feeling generous enough
문을
to
여는
ask
게
and offer
좋을
apologies,
텐데.
Manager Dante.
관리자잖아.
Oh,
단지
in
아픔이
case you're
두려운
refusing
거라면
simply because you don't want more
그래서
pain,
고개를
I can gladly
젓는다면
help you with that.
기꺼이 그 정도의 고통에는
This
눈
degree
하나
of pain will feel
깜빡하게
like
말이죠.
nothing by the time I'm done.
그럼 견딜 수 있지
Surely you'll be a tougher
않겠습니까?
person afterward, right?
내가 잘못 들은 건가?
Did I hear correctly? I'm pretty sure our
분명
manager
거부
clearly
의사를
declined your
내비쳤던 것
request.
당신
You, this is not the
기어드는
time
박자가
to step in.
잘못됐군.
입사할 때
I was
나의
informed when I
상관은
joined the
네가 아니라
company that the executive
관리자님이라고 분명히
manager would be
들었다.
my superior, not you.
관리자께서 고개를
I would say
저었다면
that the manager
의미는
has made
충분히
themselves clear
전달되었다고
with a shake
보는데.
of the head.
그래,
I see, so their
보좌관께서
aide has decided to
나서시겠단
step in.
말인가?
Is that it?
그렇다면
Then it's
보좌관께도
my turn to make clear what I
충분한
mean.
의미를 전달해 줘야겠군.
Red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. I don't really know what I meant to do as the manager, or if I even deserve to take this role. But I felt that I should at least stop things here so we don't get into an even bigger mess. Reviving one should hurt less than reviving 12 at once. Otis, I'll rewind the clock, it's okay. Virgilius noticed me motioning her to stand down, and withdrew the red glow from his glare as if in mutual understanding.
잘 생각하셨군.
Good thinking.
관리자께서
As you wish,
그러시겠다면.
manager. Otis seems to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. The red door greeted me again, along with the twisting sensation. I've given up trying to describe the throes I go through. Words can't express it in full anyway. Thank you very much. Sinclair stood up with a pained moan and bowed to me before waddling back to his seat. Vroom vroom. Clear within 10 turns? Not gonna lie, I like Sinclair and his OP sync ID. Oh. Enter. I want to keep Gregor. I guess I will get rid of that guy. Oh. Okay, I can't select. I gotta get rid of another one if I want to use the other. Ugh.
제 차례인가요? 몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
저기 질문이 있네.
Pardon me? I have a question. Don Quixote suddenly raised her hand. Shoot.
첫 번째 규칙은 이해가
Clearly,
돼.
I understood the
그럼
first rule
두
well.
번째는 무엇이냐?
What is the second rule then? Really? Why are you so eager to learn that? Virgilius gave a cold stare to Ryoshu, who had just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a peculiar face.
두 번째 규칙.
Rule number 2.
버스 바닥에
Don't litter the bus floor with
담배꽁초
cigarettes.
버리지 마.
They leave burn marks.
자궁.
The bus falls silent again.
잠깐.
Now wait a
버스의
second.
정적이
The bus
흐르면
shouldn't
안
be this
되지.
quiet. Where's the
엔진
engine's
소리는 어디
roar?
갔나? 결혼.
Karon, why aren't you speeding up?
밥이 없어.
No food.
배고파해.
Mephi is hungry.
잘 됐군. 분위기를
Good.
좀
We could use something
환기시키지.
to lift the mood. Are we dropping by a gas station? The idea of Virgilius casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like an average driver felt alien.
차가 움직이려면
Car needs fuel to
연료가
run.
결혼.
Karon, try flashing the
헤드라이트를
headlights a bit,
깜빡거려봐.
like stage lights.
무대 조명처럼.
댄스 타임이야.
It's dance timey.
잠깐.
Wait,
헤드라이트
if we do that,
켜지면
we're effectively asking to be
습격받기 딱
attacked.
좋은 상황이잖아요.
그걸 노린 거군.
It appears to be the intent.
네?
Sorry? I could hear someone slam the bus outside. Leave all your stuff behind and get off. You got 30 seconds. 10. No shit, Fishman. Hey, you skipped plenty of them. Alright, well, say your prayers for the other 20.
왜 이렇게
Why am I
주변에
surrounded by
모자란 사람들이
doors left
많은
and
건지.
right?
뭐라고 했냐?
What did you just say?
비겁하게 습격을
How
하다니.
cowardly of them to ambush us. They must be villains without a shadow of a doubt.
자,
Alright,
다들
everyone off.
내려. 그리고 말이야.
One more thing. We want them near death,
죽지 않을
not dead.
만큼만 해줘.
Got it? Okay. Adjusting density of information on screen during combat. On the right of the in-battle screen, there's a button to adjust the amount of... Okay. Alright, I think I can figure that out. Max is the most helpful. Okay, I'll probably just keep it on max then. Dominating.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Okay. You Greg and his Mario kit.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
잘 타는 거?
완전
Yeah, what do you mean by Mario Kart? Mario Kart? Mario. Oh my gosh. I cannot speak! Mario Kit. Fire spam?
행동을 개시합니다. 지금의 기회입니다.
It's actually good for a unit, just these
너무
clashes suck a bit.
쉽군요.
Victory. Corroded sinners will lash out indiscriminately. I've read that before.
아, 너무 열심히 했어. 이걸로 일주일은 울고 먹을 수 있겠군.
The bus deck. I think this
몸
looks
좀
fine.
풀어볼까요?
With a guttural noise, the side of the bus lurches and splits open. A number of human shapes have littered the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. Then the boss began devouring those served to it in the most literal sense, gluttonously, voraciously. Ryoshi watched it with a satisfied expression, seemingly determined to savor every moment. On the corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed.
다들 제정신이 아닌 것 같아요.
They look like they're out of their minds. Don't you think so too? His reaction got me curious to know their stories. Just to make sure, none of you were forced to join, right? Though what I was involved in before my head's change is a mystery. I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. Maybe they aren't so different from me. Or so I thought, when... Sinclair's head drooped in response, like I struck a nerve.
그래요.
That's
맞아요.
right, it was by my choice.
이건 제
I'll get
선택이죠.
used to all this, right? He muttered as if he were talking to someone other than me.
입사하지 않았어도 했을 일이요.
'Tis what I would have done even if the company
또
recruited
악의
me
무리가
not.
달려드네.
Look, yon horde of evil approaches. The longer a clash goes on, the higher the victor's final damage will be. Whoa. It's like the brightly colored dress in this entire lineup.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
봤어요? 너무 쉽군요.
침묵.
당연한 결과죠. 행동을 개시합니다.
생각보다 잘
완전한 침묵. 깔끔한 전투였어요. 적의 모든 급소를 파악했거든요.
Ooh, manager level increased. Enkephalin capacity up. What is enkephalin? Enkephalin? I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's fine. Okay, I did that, so I guess... Enkephalin is an energy resource in short. Okay.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
I wish I understood Korean. Gee, when was the last time I had a feast? Even a big walking machine eats better than we do.
제공되는 식사는
Do mind that all meals are provided with appropriately determined quantities.
그 정도 먹어서는
It's
기운이
not
안
nearly
난단
enough to get me
말이야.
going. I thought I heard Heathcliff shout, "You think I'm doing this on a full stomach?" in the distance, but Radia seemed to pretend she heard nothing. Speaking of, does this bun run on stuff like blood or protein?
엔케팔린이에요. 로보토미
엔케팔린,
코퍼레이션에서
what?
추출했던 에너지죠.
It's an energy source Lobotomy Corporation treated.
이전 엘사 말이군요.
You mean the previous L Corp?
특이점으로
I heard
에너지를
it produced
생산하는
energy
회사라고
using its
들었어요.
singularity, though all that remains of the
엘사가
company now is
몰락한
rubble.
맞아요.
That's right,
그래서 지금은
which is why it's become a
구하기가
rarity
꽤
these
힘들어요.
days.
하지만
However,
메피스토펠레스는
Mephistopheles is capable of
신체에서
forcibly extracting
엔케팔린을 강제로 추출할 수 있죠.
Hylian from the body. The body? I posed a question, watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, then glancing to the mob, thus in turn.
네,
Correct.
엔케팔린은 뇌와 척수신경에서만
Can only be
추출돼요.
extracted from the brain and the spinal
특히나
nerves.
생명
Can be taken
활동이
from live
있을수록
subjects
효율이
for greater
좋죠.
efficiency. Enkephalin. Ugh. That's why Virgilius told the sinners not to kill the assailants. Okay,
그럼
and
해당
If
부위만
why the
먹여도
rest of their
되는 거
body
아니야?
is what you're thinking.
라기엔
There's a point, as their
피와
blood and
근육도
flesh can also be
연료로
processed
쓰일 수
into
있어요.
fuel.
엔케팔린이 시동과 추력을 위해서 필요하다면
And capillion
나머지
is...
생체 물질은 순항할 때 사용되죠.
I'm gonna struggle with that word
엔케팔린이
forever.
되도록 천천히
Is used to
소모되게 하기
generate
위한
ignition and
설비죠.
thrust. The remaining organic matter is spent on maintaining speed, thus reducing enkephallion usage.
하이브리드요.
A hybrid. Foss went on to explain how most of the vehicle's fuel is taken from branch facilities, and that it won't be a sufficient source on its own. But most of it went in one ear and out the other. Well, that's complicated. I got that it's tough work, at least.
뭘요?
Don't mention it.
파우스트는
Faust knows no
고생하지
struggle.
않는답니다.
고생은
If
우리가 하고
anyone's
있지.
doing the heavy lifting, it'd be us.
관리자 양반.
Hey,
어떤 거?
manager bud, more incoming.
행동을 개시합니다.
아?
재밌네요.
Okay. I guess I should look. Okay, that's fine. Fine.
행동을 개시합니다.
완전한 침묵.
Right. The orange, purple.
행동을 개시합니다.
생각보다 잘 타는.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠. 완전한
너무 쉽군요.
Victory!
깔끔한 전투였어요. 적의 모든 급소를 파악했거든요.
Neat. Yuri. Close to...
저를요?
Hi, dude.
최선은 다해볼게요.
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
어이, 적당히
Hey,
끝내라.
that's enough of that.
곧
We're expecting a
손님이
guest
방문할
any time
거야.
now. Virgilius said, poking his head out the window. A guest? Who?
처음으로 가는 던전이니까.
I've determined that we'll need a guide, as
길잡이가
this is our
필요할 것
first trip
같아서요.
to a dungeon.
저 혹시 림버스
Excuse
컴퍼니에서
me,
오신
are you the
분들
people from
맞나요?
Limbus Company? Someone approaches us slowly.
맞나 보네요.
Looks like it. Don't we have like a sign on the side of the bus that says Limbus Company? If you are attacking a staggered enemy, an empty slot or not, clashing the clash values will change into damage value. That shows how much damage you will be able to deal with said skill. Okay. Bus had just about finished its meal, crunching on the last remaining bone chips. Yuri watched it indifferently before introducing herself.
예전 엘사에서 근무했던 유리예요. 잘 부탁합니다.
I'm Yuri, a former employee of the previous L Corp. I look forward to working with you. By L Corp, do you mean has to be Lobotomy Corporation?
네,
That's right.
우리는
We will
로보토미
explore the former
코퍼레이션.
branch facilities,
구
of
엘사의
Lobotomy
옛 지부들을
Corporation,
향합니다.
also called the old L Corp.
저라면 불러도 절대 안 왔을 것
If I were
같은데.
you, I wouldn't have taken part in it. Well, if I were you, I wouldn't have taken part in this.
추락한 날개라니.
Being a fallen wing and everything,
분명
I doubt your
끝이 좋지
employment
않았을
ended on
텐데요.
pleasant terms.
무슨 소리야?
What are you on about? Any point in your life wasn't as long as you've
뭐든
plenty to
유쾌한
spend.
기억이 된다고.
I heard those
거기는
places are still
아직도
teeming with
괴물로
monsters to this
특실된다는
day.
소문이 있던데.
괴물이 아니라 환상체.
Not monsters, abnormalities. The rumors are true either way,
하지만 더
but there are
중요한
more
것들이
important
있죠.
matters.
지부 가장 깊숙한 곳에
In the deepest reaches of these
최근에
branches are
피어나기
neoplastic plant-like
시작한
growths
의사의
holding the
기술의
essence
핵심
of L-Corp's
정수가
technology.
단테,
Dante,
며칠
you
전에
remember,
내가
I believe I
제안했던 걸
offered to let you finish
기억합니까?
engraving your aspect a few days ago.
성의를 새기게 해줄 거라고 말했는데 정수.
With the essence,
황금가지를
those golden bows in
모은다면
our hands,
그
it'll be
정도는
as easy as
어려운
pie.
일도 아니게 될 겁니다.
The word aspect still makes my head ache. What was I trying to do?
억지로 떠올리려고 할 필요는 없습니다.
There's no need to ruse your brain trying to remember what you can't.
전부
It'll all
알게 될
come back in
테니까요.
due time. I returned a slow nod to Faust's placid advice. Alright, for now I should focus on what I currently know and see. And if it's Lobotomy Corp we're scouring, we might find some enkephalin too.
아,
Oh, does that mean we
그러면
won't
더
have to
이상
feed
사람들을
people into our vehicle?
거기다가
We could also grab
운이
some ego
좋으면
if we're lucky.
에고까지
So
얻을
that's 3
테니.
rats with 1 stone.
일-
Ego. That's another unknown term that makes my head tilt. But in any case, it seemed rather rude to keep talking to each other when we had a guest on board. Someone else seemed to agree.
유리 씨는 무슨 일 하며
So,
지냈나?
Miss Yuri, what have you been up to since the layoff? Gregor gave his best shot at making some conversation with a well-meaning smile to put the newest passenger at ease. I am running out of breath. His brows seemed to twitch due to a lack of practice, but it's no big deal.
내가 보아하니 그대는 해결사일
It
것 같소.
appears to me that thou art an honorable fixer. It is said that all fixers exude the noble scent of heroes. As Yuri was nodding lightly, I heard Ishmael let out a deep sigh.
어디서
I
그런
don't know who
소식을
gave you that
들었는지
idea, but fixers
모르겠지만
aren't anything but noble or
해결사는
heroic.
그런
The
영웅들이
only scent you
아니에요.
smell is the
초라한
miserable.
봉급자의 부질없는 냄새라면
The only scent
몰라도
you all smell is the miserable stink of wage slaves.
금세 다른 밥벌이 찾는 게 쉽진
It couldn't
않았을
have been
텐데.
easy to find another job so
그렇게
soon.
해냈군.
Good that you're holding up.
아직은
now,
계약직이에요.
I'm just a contract worker.
아하, 굳이 다시
That
이곳으로
explains why you
기어들어온
decided to crawl
이유도
on back there.
그거였겠네요. 예전 직장으로
Did they promise to
돌아가서
promote
그게
you to team
한탕이라도
leader or
치면
something if you struck gold in your
팀장자리라도
former
주겠대요?
workplace?
실적을 세우면
My contracts might get
기간은
extended if I
늘어날지도
return with
모르죠.
results.
그렇지.
Right, a good
어떻게
result is
해야지
something to
실적은
risk your life
실적
for
안에
if you want
목숨을
to
걸어야
earn a
되니까.
permanent spot.
아, 그거 참
And
부질없는
what a futile life
목숨이네요.
that is.
어이, 아까부터 왜 이렇게 비꼬는 거야?
Hey,
뭐가
what's
그렇게
with
마음에 안 들어?
sarcasm? Is something a problem?
글쎄요,
I don't know. I have a problem with every single
끝까지
thing I'm hearing right now.
마음에 안 드는 거 천지라.
Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quietly took an empty seat. Looking back and forth between the two, Gregor returned to his seat as well, scratching his head. I can't seem to get used to being around these people.
빨리 배어드는 편이 편할
It will be
겁니다,
beneficial for you to adapt to
단테.
them sooner than later, Dante.
가론, 출발하지.
Karon, time to go.
손님께서
Our guest has
자리에
taken her
앉았다.
seat.
메피페.
If he's tum revived,
사랑도
Karon's
빵빵.
raring to drive. Alright, my clock isn't a magical cure-all for your problem. Oh, I was reading that, but okay.
제대로 가보자고. 생각보다 잘 타는 걸.
단테님 없어요?
Okay. That one is dark. Oh, one of my people are injured.
완전한 침묵.
Oh, he's fine again. Never mind. This is 1, 2, 2, 2,
행동을 개시합니다.
Get unstaggered after one turn. Oh, okay. Need to fix my headphones. Okay. Okay, we'll see
행동을
that.
개시합니다.
해냈어요. 아저님 봤어요? 너무 쉽군요.
나보다 잘 타는 걸. 다음.
Victory.
아, 너무 열심히 했어. 이걸로 일주일은 울고 먹을 수 있겠군.
I think.
네.
Like this.
그래. 시간 됐네.
저 근데
Sorry to ask,
지도는 제게 있는데.
but if I have the map, how do you
길은
know what
어떻게 알고
roads to
가는
take?
건가요?
Answerless, the bus keeps speeding anyway.
그건 말이지.
We do have something to lead us.
감이지.
Intuition.
카룬의 감.
Karon's intuition.
네?
What?
분홍머리.
Pinky
카룬의
hair?
글 이상한 종이로
Explain
만든
why you
이유가
keep
뭐야?
rubbing the odd paper in Karon's face.
계속
Because you
이상한
keep going
방향으로
in...
가니까 그렇죠.
Wow. Hold
이
on,
지도를
please,
보세요.
please.
우리가
Because you
가는
keep going in
쪽은
weird
남북쪽
directions.
방향인데.
Take a look at this map. Our destination is to the southeast of here. Karon reluctantly gives the map a cursory glance, as she couldn't ignore the thing right in front of her eyes.
마음이 향하는 곳. 그곳에 진짜 길이 있을지.
Follow the heart. That's where the true path lies.
벌써 우리는
Here, here. We all must follow as our hearts lead.
그냥 지도 보는 법도 모르는
You're just admitting that you can't read a map.
제가 하고
You took the
싶은
words
말을
right out of
대신
my
해주실
mouth.
줄이야.
Yuri and Ishmael put a palm over their respective faces at the same time, almost like they were in sync.
오, 우리 기사님
Base driver
친구라도
Karon.
생겼나 봐.
Yeah. Ooh, did our driver make a new friend?
분홍머리가 계속 제잘거려.
Pinky keeps on
난
blabbing.
길을
I
알고
know the
있단
way.
말이야. 아니 그러니까 방향이
No, I mean,
잘못.
you're going the wrong direction.
앞에 또
Look ahead.
장애물이야.
More obstacles. Do I vroom vroom?
할까?
Love her so much.
아니, 카론.
She's so cute.
기다려봐.
No, Karan. Wait a second. Wait one second. Gee, nice bus you got there. Why don't you give me a ride?
메피스토펠레스의
I guess
후식 시간인 모양이군.
Mephistopheles could use a helping of dessert.
내리지.
Get on down.
아직
He needs to be
밥을 더
fed just a bit
먹여야겠어.
more. The art is so good. I love the art. Mmm, it's yummy. It's delicious.
이대로 가보자고.
제가 해낸 것 맞죠?
침묵을
해냈어요.
만든 완전한 침묵.
또 죽었나?
I really have like no idea what's happening. I'm gonna be real. No.
정화.
나보다 잘 타는
완전한 침묵.
너무 쉽군요.
The fights are a bit chaotic for beginners. Yeah, I'm just kind of connecting shit and just going with it.
많이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
But I think I'm doing good with my very little knowledge of what's going on.
깔끔한 전투였어요. 적의 모든 급소를 파악했거든요.
Pulling is priority early on because team building. I should probably try pulling. Should I just keep doing like the standard, or should I do like target or whatever this is? Don't do standard. Now it's just free for all. The difficulty curve will force you to think later, as well as red. Target and ego banners give thread at the end. Don't pull on the ego one either. What's... oh, the new ego? That one? Should I do this one then? You just wait for a new limited banner? Yes. That one is fine. Oh, I don't have enough lunacy. Oh, paid lunacy, okay. Okay, I'll just do a tenfold. What am I doing? Oh, there we go.
훈련실에서 펼쳐지는 예술이 궁금했나?
Hey. Will you associate? Is that good? I'm
지금
gonna
이
take the oh
순간부터
nice as a good.
날 보고 눈살을 찌푸린 자들은 모두 열애자로
Be court
간주하겠다.
head manager Otis. All right. Cool. What's this? Oh. I have 2 friends. Yay! I want Gregor. Alright, what is dispense? Oh, wait. I can collect more lunacy from the prologue. Okay. Probably switch her out and switch her out. I guess I don't. Ooh, your ID. Okay.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그대는 과거로 돌아가는 법을 알아낸 것이.
Oh, wait, add a friend. R625404139. What just happened? Two 5401394. There we go. There we go. Alright.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을 뿐이었어.
I like the permission to vroom vroom. He said vroom vroom.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을 뿐이었어.
Gregor. Okay,
몸 좀
this-
풀어볼까요?
카론, 이쪽이 동쪽일까요?
Now, Karan, tell me,
서쪽일까요?
is this east or west?
카론은 두 가지
Karan
방향만
only
알아.
knows two directions.
내
Mephi's front
뒤의
and back.
앞쪽과 뒤쪽. 지금까지 방향도 모르는
How did you
사람이
come so far with a
어떻게
driver who has
운전기
zero sense of
살렸대요?
direction?
카론,
Karan,
그러니까요.
like I said, the sun rises
해가
from...
뜨는 쪽
At the driver's seat, three heads gathered together over a map. Well, one of them might have been at a slightly different elevation from the others.
꼬맹이, 너도
Chiquita,
저기 뛰어있어야 하는 거 아니야?
Aren't you gonna join them too?
무례한 소리! 난 어린이가
I
아니라네!
beg your pardon, I am no
너도
child, and most certainly not little. Watching Don Quixote shake her fist sky high at Radia, I notice a bitter gaze falling upon them out of the corner of my view. Starting to think that Yuri gal might have put up with a rough childhood. Gregor turned around and took a glance in my direction, then shook his head and went back to looking at the driver's side with his chin resting on his hand.
딱히 어린 편도 아니야.
Wouldn't be on the youngest side
일단
either.
칼을
Some
줄
nests
수
used to
있으면
conscript
전쟁에
anyone
충전부터
old
시키는
enough to hold a
풍습이
knife.
있었으니까.
Nests. A nest was basically the center of a district, if my memory is correct. Sounds like nests used to get into wars with one another in the past. Did that happen often?
아주 없는 일은 아니었지.
Not frequently, but it sure as hell did happen.
관리자 양반.
Interested in
전쟁에 대해
learning about
궁금한 거
wars,
많나 봐.
Manager Bud? Oh, I'm not really curious about the details, just gathering info I should know as the manager. As I was about to go on, a glimpse of Gregor's expression I caught from the sight stopped me in my tracks. His eyes seemed to be fixed somewhere far more distant than the driver's seat.
그런 자세를 뭐라고 하고 싶은 건 아니야.
Don't get me wrong, Manager Bud. I'm not trying to criticize you or anything. Heck, it's actually a pretty stand-up attitude for a boss, I'd say. He slowly continued, taking a pack of cigarettes from his pocket.
그래도
Still,
개인적으로는 모를 수
ignorance is a
있을
gift. You
때문에
should savor while you
기회를
have it,
주는
if you ask me.
거지. 일단 알게 되면
Once you're
다시는
burdened
모를
with
수 없게 될
knowledge,
테니까.
there's no going back. Without another word, he lit his cigarette.
아니요, 방금 저쪽에서 우회전을
Oh, you should have
했어야죠.
turned right at that intersection.
괜찮아요, 카론.
It's okay,
조금만
Karon.
더 가서
We
꺾어도
can turn around at the
올바른
next
길로
junction.
갈 수 있어요.
The woes of a
기사의
driver.
삶은 고단해.
뭐
Well, looks like we have
지금 더
more
급한
pressing
건
matters at hand.
목적지로 가는
Ain't
길을
that
아는
right,
건
Manager Bud?
그래.
Gregor cackled with cigarette smoke still in his mouth. I was still curious to learn what he'd been through, but he's right that I should focus on other things for now. Can't trip. There, babies. Right, you were in here. Hello, child. An urgent matter showed up right before our bus-shaped doorstep, too.
옥신각신은 그쯤 해라.
Enough squabbling now. We're enemies inbound.
친구들의 버스에 전웠다니
Shoved my pals into the bus, you sick bastards. Are you nuts?
가만 안 둔다. 버스
Paid for this. We were just gonna leave with the bus, but now I've gotta see you all bleed. Bird
연료들이
feels
시끄러워.
making a fuss.
Karon,
Karon will
두
get
명
dizzy
이상
if many
시끄러우면
mouths are being
어지러워.
noisy.
걱정할
아,
필요
뭐지?
없다, 카론.
Nothing to worry about,
이제부터
Paron.
조용해질
They'll shut their
테니
mouths soon enough.
전원
Off the
하자.
bus. Kendrick. My little darling. I'm going to have to kick you out if you keep making a fuss. Okay. The cat wants her food, that's what she... That's why she wanted out. It's pate time. Alright, anyway. Do.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
너무 쉽군요.
Probably won't have as long of a stream today because all this talking is wearing out my voice. And I am tired. Talking normally doesn't bother my throat too much. It's specifically reading off character voices that makes my throat hurt. Probably because I'm trying to do like a bunch of different voices, or at least different inflections, not necessarily voices, but I don't know.
그대로 가보자고.
다음은 침묵을 남겨드리죠.
Nice.
성화 이었나?
다음.
Boom. Victory.
자, 다시 지도를 보자고요.
Okay, let's look at the map again.
카론, 딴쪽
Paron,
키우면 안
can you
된다니까요.
please focus? Looking at the trio arguing over the map once again, a question arose in my mind. By the way, this bus was specifically made for Limbus Company, right?
정확히는
It was made
저희들만을 위한
exclusively
버스라고
for us, to be
해야겠네요.
more precise. Isn't that basically what I said?
그게 그 뜻 아니냐고
You
생각하고
appear to be
계신 것
failing
같아요.
to identify the nuance. That's weird. I don't think I spoke that part out loud. Is the clock broken or something?
그 정도는 째깍이지
I can
않아도
tell
알수
that much
있어요.
without hearing it verbalized.
파우스트는
There's
모르는
nothing
것이
that Faust doesn't
없으니까요.
know, after all. Anyway, it must have taken a long while to get it out of the oven, especially with that mouth on the side.
예상한 만큼 걸려서
It only took the
그랬을
expected
뿐이에요.
amount of time. She's downright oppressive to talk to.
파우스트는 천재예요.
Faust is a well-renowned
도시의 모든
genius.
것을
She knows
알고
the
있죠.
ins and outs of the city.
어이,
Okay, if
그렇게
you're so
뛰어나시다면
smart, why don't you
저
help
앞에
those
가서
twits at the
뒤부터
driver's side
찾아주지
figure
그래.
out the way? Can't sleep a
아까부터
wink with their
저것들이
constant
시끄러워서
bickering.
잠을 못 자겠잖아.
파우스트는 오지랖쟁이가
Faust is no
아니에요.
meddler. She answers to
묻는 것에는
questions,
대답하지만
but doesn't chime in without being asked
묻지도 않은
first.
것을 말하지는 않아요. 그리고
Additionally,
인간이
there is no
무언가를
greater joy
깨닫기
for a
위해
human being
골똘한
than to
고민을 하는
ponder
것
on problems in order to
가장
grasp an
즐거운
answer.
일이랍니다.
Faust would rather not spoil that
Faust는
delight.
뭘 골똘히 고민을
You wouldn't
해봤어야
get it. I doubt he's
공감을 하죠.
pondered on anything ever. I saw Heathcliff's grip on the Bat Titan. However, with Virgilius casting a glare his way, he clicked his tongue as he crossed his arms to force his eyes shut. I can't stop yawning. I wonder why they're so vitrolic.
나랑
Huh,
마음이
you and
꽤
me
맞는
both,
것 같네,
Manager Bud.
관리자
You
양반.
and me both. With Gregor snickers, the bus started again.
제 덕은 아닐 거예요. 그래도 칭찬해 주셔서
Manager level
감사해요,
increased.
관리자님. 순간 제 어머니가 생각났어요.
Don't really think it's thanks to me. I appreciate the compliment, though. I was reminded of my mother for a moment.
일이라면 간다.
시간 됐네.
그래, 혹시 저치들과
Greg, you know those pals? Huh? Give me a break. There's no way I'd know someone in this corner of the back streets. Gregor's face goes dark the moment he looks out the window. Bugheads? Unlike the other miscreants we've run into, they were part insectoid. Gosh, Dante, thank goodness your head's shaped like a clock. I would have gagged if my manager was a huge bug. Isn't that the same type of augmentation you have, Gregor? They stitch disgusting insect heads to their necks on purpose.
가까이 붙지 마.
You'd better
너한테
stay
적용
away.
없는다.
You'd better stay away. Wouldn't want to catch the pest, eh? That true?
장난이야.
Just a joke.
근데
Does my sense of
그래서
humor not
이상한
fly with
건가?
kids your age? While Gregor was left scratching his head, the bus made a languishing sound and came to a slow, deflating halt.
과거 G사에서는 대부분의
In the
직원들이
past, G-Corp had procedures on most employees to give them biomimetic weapons like the one Gregor has.
그레고르 씨,
You used to work for the old G-Corp, Gregor?
출신이었어요?
That company must have been...
그때
Ishmael frowned as if she remembered something unpleasant, but didn't speak further. Gregor wore a smile on his mouth, but his heart and eyes were resting downcast just as a moment ago.
저런 분들은 평소엔
I
어디서
wonder,
주무시는
where do
건가요?
people like them sleep at night?
세상에는 하늘을
For many, the sky is the roof over their head.
조명 삼아 사는
The stars are their
사람들도
firelight.
많은 법.
아, 풍류가 있는
Ah,
분들이군요.
so they're the poetic sort. I don't think that's what he meant.
보아하니
Unless
저들
my eyes
역시
deceive me,
우리의
they're intent on
여정을
obstructing our journey.
방해할 마음인가 보군. 내려야 하지 않겠어.
Aren't you going to get off, Gregor?
그리고
굳이 날 찝어서 말하는 이유는?
Care to explain why you're calling my name specifically?
글쎄.
Who knows? I don't feel
남의
like rambling
추억을
about
내
someone
입으로
else's past with my
떠들고
own
싶진
tongue.
않은 걸. 앞장서 그레고르.
Take the lead, Gregor.
이유는
You know the
네가
reason.
잘 알잖아.
고약한 사람이네.
You're one nasty fellow. Does he have a ponytail? I just noticed that. A group of soldiers with heads of insects gathered near the bus.
어디 앞장서는
I'm not too fond of being in the
별로 안
vanguard.
좋아하는데.
넌 뭐야?
What
왜
are
우리랑
you? Why does
같은
your arm
발을
look like
가지고
ours?
있지?
검은 너디도
Oh, his
얼굴인데.
arm is an insect arm. I thought it was a weird prosthetic or something. Hold on, I've seen that face before.
주로 포스터나 잡지에
Also on
소식했던
flyers and
적이
magazine
있지.
covers, I'd bet. Gregor? Do you know them from somewhere?
그런 게 중요한
Not really
내용인 것
important right now,
같은데요,
manager.
관리자님.
Don't think we have time for
옛날
reminiscing.
이야기할
신경 쓰이긴
That
하지만
arm bothers me, but
아무렴
whatever.
어때?
Point is, I can't let you
어쨌든-
through. That's so. Suppose we can't talk this out.
그런데 이것들은 왜 대놓고
Why are they
벌레
showing their
모습인
buggy
채로
sides out in the
다니는 거야?
open anyway?
어린애들은
They
마주치면
make kids
눈물부터
cry.
터뜨리겠어.
Really ought to take some concealing lessons from our Greg
티라도
over
덜
here,
나면
right?
좋잖아?
내가 특이한 케이스야.
I'm a
대부분
special
머리통이
case. The
무조건
procedure
곤충
makes
부분이
those
붙어버리거든.
buggy parts grow on my head most of the time.
이걸
Although, I'm not sure if I
좋았다고
consider
해야 할지
myself lucky.
모르겠지만.
이유는 모르겠지만 저 사람들 우리가
Feels like they're trying to stop us from getting to the branch facility for some reason.
이들도 황금 가지를 노리는
Are they
거야?
after the golden boat too?
그럴지도.
Maybe so.
그 정수를 원하는
There ought to be
자는
many that are
많이
after the essence.
각각이 바라는
I'm sure
소망도
each has their own
다양할
wishes.
테고.
Isn't that true?
왜 날 쳐다봐?
What's that look
내가
for?
알리고
I haven't got a clue either.
정화. 싶군요.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한다.
Basically, Gregor has been the propaganda soldier during the war. Oh, great.
제대로 가보자고.
또 죽었나?
But a center has taken down a foe. Let's keep this up.
제대로 가보자고.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한다.
돼지.
다음.
선생님 봤어요? 너무 쉽군요. 선생님 봤어요? 해냈어요. 너무 쉽군요.
Victory!
어라, 언제 다 해치웠담? 이제 가도 되죠? 이게 최선이겠죠?
도착했다.
We're
역시
here.
카로는 길을
Karon
알았던
knew
거야.
the way all along.
역시는 무슨 역시예요.
No, no, you didn't. Sinclair and I had to steer you from both sides non-stop.
그래도 이제
I'm glad that at least you learned to tell the difference between southeast and northeast. So this is the old L Corp.
저도 직접 보는 건 처음이네요.
This is my first time seeing it with my own
그 일을
eyes
잊고
too.
나서 시간이
Can't have
오래
been long
지나진
since that
않았을
happened.
텐데요.
세상에.
My
어떻게
goodness, how
건물이
can a
이
building
모양일
be in
수가
such a derelict state? Huh, this is a
부잣집
plot,
도련님한테는 익숙하지 못한
this is a
광경인가
surprising
보군.
scene from our rich boy, is it?
잡담은 그만.
Got the chatter. Time to step
합창다.
off. Huh, there are people over there.
유리 씨와 같은 사무소의
They're fixers from the same
해결사분들이에요.
office as Miss Yuri.
엘사지부에
They're
이미 몇
experienced
번이나 방문한
explorers who
적이
have
있는
visited the branches
경험자들이죠.
of L Corp a number of times.
인사하지.
Give your
왼쪽에 있는
greetings.
분은
The person on the
홉킨스
left
씨.
is Hopkins, and the
그리고
one on the right is
오른쪽에
Aya.
계시는 분이 아야시다.
Ayashida.
안녕하십니까.
Greetings. Oh, can't do voices.
붉은 시선님,
The red
만나뵐
gaze.
수 있어서
It's such an honor to meet
정말
you.
영광입니다.
I've heard so many stories of your deeds, and to see you in
부끄러웠었는데.
person.
아,
Yeah.
저 앞에 허름한 창고.
See the shabby warehouse there?
보이지?
That's where the stairs leading down to the branch
지하로
facility are.
내려가는 계단이. 계단부터는 여기.
From there, Yuri here will be your
유리 씨가
guide.
맡을 거고.
네.
Yeah.
여기 해결사 분들도
These fixers have been around a
경력직이니
bit. Count on them to handle
돌발 상황에는
complications.
잘 대처해 줄 거야. 이만하면 되었겠지.
That should be enough, yeah?
내 동행은
This is as far as I can accompany you. I'll be waiting back at the bus.
버스에서
Huh? Wait, what?
언제까지고
You're
뒷바라지를
sorely
해주고
mistaken if you
있을 거라
expect me to babysit you forever,
생각했다면
Dante.
큰 오산.
혼자서 발 뻗고 쉬고
So
있겠다는
you'll take a
건가?
back seat and idle away all alone?
애당초 내가
If I get
동행하면
myself involved, the
너희들은
expedition would be
관광하러 내려가는
too
거나
free of challenge,
다른
wouldn't it?
바가 없지 않겠나.
It turned into more of a tour.
한마디로 실컷 쥐어
In other
터지고
words, you want us to
썰리고
come
그러는
back red, black, and blue.
보통 저렇게 말하면
That's the kind of line
항상
people with
다른
ulterior
꿍꿍이가
motives say.
편한 대로 생각해.
Think whatever you want.
특별히 가이드
I've gotten you
분까지
guides and
붙여줬으니
everything, so do your best
잘
out there.
해내고.
네, 잘
Yes,
해내고 오겠습니다.
I certainly won't
붉은
disappoint you,
시선님.
Mr. Redgaze.
최선을 다해보긴 할게요.
I'll try my best, I think.
정화. 이었나?
해냈어요.
또 죽었나?
해보겠습니다. 너무 쉽군요.
Nice.
정화.
단테님 봤어요?
Kill him. Yeah.
어라, 언제 다 해치웠담? 이제 가도 되죠?
Manager level increased.
시간 됐네.
단테, 잠깐 나
Dante, a
좀
moment with
보시죠.
me, please. While the team was busy exchanging greetings, Virgilius called me to a secluded place.
미리 말해두자면
Let me tell you in advance
저들은
that they're
발급
only grade 8
해결사입니다.
fixers. Grade 8
서열이 낮은
means they're
심부름꾼이라는
low-rank
뜻입니다.
drudges, errands being their main tasks.
저들을 이용은 하되
Use them for your benefit,
의존하려
but don't
하지
rely on
말아야 할
them.
겁니다.
I can't count on them to deal with everything for us, in other words. I nodded to let him know that I understood his point.
어쩌면 그 버스 안에서
I might be the only one on the
제대로
bus that can
대화하는
actually
걸 할
converse
수
with.
있는 건 당신뿐.
Well, best of luck, Dante. Virgilius pat my shoulder with a bitter smile before slowly making his way back to the bus. I did explain the ranking before, so you should be familiar. Yeah. One thing to know about me is I have very poor memory. Oh, wait. It's coming back to me now. Hold on. Yeah. I understand now. Sometimes it takes me a moment to remember shit.
초식 1번.
단테님 봤어요? 너무 쉽군요.
Here, actually, hold on. 100, 100, okay. 100. 135. 100. 135.
정화. 다음. 다음.
운이
Let's do
따라준다면
that, why not?
좋겠네요.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한 것.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hee hee.
정화. 또 죽었나?
Counter only deals damage if you are attacked. Oh. on. I'm just gonna do this.
조심 1번. 해냈어요.
Yay!
어라, 언제 다 해치웠담? 이제 가도 되죠?
Oh. In the final stretch of each chapter, you'll be exploring a dungeon, a branch facility of the former L-Corp. Designate the identities who will enter the dungeon with you. You can't adjust your team once inside, so choose wisely. When you're fully prepared, press the enter button. Okay, so I want her for sure. Oh wait. Oh wait.
몸이
Yeah, this is
따라줄지
fine.
모르겠지만 가라면
I
가야지.
misunderstood what I was doing. The modules are for farming XP and uptime mats or claiming your dungeon rewards. Okay. We enter the derelict building of Lobotomy Corporation. As the light goes dim, the dreadful stench from underground grows stronger. But you do need one to enter the final stage of the chapter. Oh. Okay. Smell. It's awful. I can feel the waste collecting in my lungs. The odor is so intense, it winds back to refreshing.
다시 한번 말씀드리지만
Let me warn you one
미안해서
last
죽으면
time.
전투가
You
끝나요.
die here.
되살아나지
Dante won't be
못해요.
able to resuscitate you even when the battle has finished.
되살아나?
Resuscitate?
유행하는 개그인가 봐.
Must be a popular joke or something.
하,
I can't even tell what kind of stories
도시에
circulate the
무슨
city these
이야기가
days.
떠도는지도 모를 정도가 되어버렸어.
They seem to have misunderstood us, but seeing as Faust made no comment on it, I decided not to add my input. Sources of this rancid smell were a more pressing concern. Looks like they probably died a while ago.
정확한 관측이십니다.
An
시체의
astute
붕괴기에
observation,
달한 것으로
manager.
보이는군요.
The corpses have reached the stage of active decay.
벌레들이
Well, looks
한참
like the bugs are having a
잔치라도
feast over
모양이네.
there.
얼른 서두르자고.
Let's just hurry along.
응?
Huh?
그래.
Something up, Gregor, babe? Are you
자기
scared of
혹시
bugs?
벌레 무서워.
이건 노파심인데
No, I'm
설마
sure you're more
벌레 시체를
mature than
얼굴에
shoving dead
들이대는
bugs in
유치한
someone's
짓은
face.
짠.
Bill.
하지 않을 거라비.
But just in case
아이,
one of you...
저이!
Hey, put it away!
뭐
What's so
이렇게 된
funny
거야?
about this?
웃기잖아.
I mean, it's
벌레를
hilarious.
무서워하는
Who would have
게
thought that
다른
you, of all
사람도
people, would be
아닌
scared of these
자기일
little
줄은.
wrigglers?
그래. 그렇게
Greg?
싫었어?
Did you hate it that bad? Forget it.
됐어.
거기
You there! Stop with your mischief this instant!
관리자님이
Do not cause
신경
additional
쓰셔야 할
concern
거리를
for our
만들지
manager.
말란 말이다.
잠깐.
Hold on.
이 시체는 아직
Body
온기가
is still
있군요.
warm.
공격받은 건
Such is the sign of a recent attack.
듯하구려.
The gloom that had cast over Yuri's face cleared after observing the bodies for a minute.
우리 아니
These aren't our...
로보토미 코퍼레이션
I mean,
직원들은
Lobotomy
아니네요.
Corporation's employees.
여긴 이제 금광이나
I
다름없는
heard
곳이
these buried
되어버려서
facilities are considered pure gold mines now,
모여든다더군요.
attracting all sorts looking for riches.
몇몇 해결사나 조직들
Places like the
사이에선
Lobotomy Dream or
로보토미
the
그림이나
Encephalon
엔케팔린
Rush are
러쉬란
apparently starting
말이
to catch
도는
on among fixers and
정도니까요.
syndicates.
로드
Syndicates.
앤 러쉬.
LD, Rush.
멋있는
Got a
줄이니까.
nice ring to it.
조용히
That's
있다가
what you have to
기껏
say after
말한다는 게
keeping quiet for so long.
그러한 잉글리쉬는
But in fact, you can find a
원래
roach on
뜻을
most
가물하게 만들지
Gregor
않겠소.
identity yards. Oh. It's such a frivolous use of English, not prone to boring the original meaning.
제 말이 그 말이.
That's what I'm saying.
이상 씨,
Huh.
뭔가
You seem to be
말수가
talking a lot
많아진
more
것
than usual,
같은데요?
he's saying.
이상하오?
Does that reflect strangely?
그이는 원래
He was
말수를
never
적지
really the
않은
quiet
사람이에요.
sort.
최근에 조금.
He only had a
바뀌었어요.
shift recently.
관찰력이 높은 졸기가
It's not a
많아지는
bad thing to
건
have more lackeys with
나쁘지 않은
keen
일이지.
eyes.
계속 지금의 상태를
But I think
유지해줬으면
you keep
좋겠네.
that up. Let us
그치?
march.
마치 그대가
You make yourself look like the captain
같구려.
here. I do, sir. That role
관리자께서
belongs to the
알리려고
manager.
보고만.
제가
Please forgive my
주제가
insolence,
넘었습니다,
manager.
관리자님.
Rounding as though she were caught off guard, Otis bows to me as she apologizes. No, it's nothing. Let's head down. Most of the corpse's body parts were morphed in bizarre ways. Nurse will start speaking more in chapter 3. He's quite quiet most of the time. One had pairs of wings protruding through their intestines, and another had horribly twisted antennae hanging down.
우리가 아까 마주쳤던 자들이랑
These look
비슷해
kind of
보이지
similar to the
않아요?
thugs we ran into just before, don't they?
그 벌레
You
머리
mean those
하고 있던
bug-headed
사람들
people?
말이죠?
Quiet. I'm seeing
전방이
uniformed
거수장
tangos
포차.
ahead. As Otis noted, multiple figures could be seen down the corridor.
거수자?
Uniform?
뭐야?
What's all that?
거동 수상자.
Unidentified
저기
targets. Possibly hostile.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure one idea crossed all of our minds. The enigmatic abnormalities that might be roaming this facility, as Faust mentioned. That might be what those shadowy figures are. We have no choice but to face them.
어이, 거기 누구야?
Who goes there? Instead, what we faced was people. It was too early to deem that as fortunate, though.
뭐야? 이 근방엔 우리들
I thought we were the only people around here.
입구
Wow.
쪽에서 처리를 못한 건가?
They slipped past our team at the
글쎄,
entrance?
다른
The
쥐새끼들이
scavengers keep
들어왔나
coming
보구나.
one after the other.
어이 벌레들.
Hey, bug buggers!
아까 그
Friends with the
시체들은 너네
bodies back there?
친구들이냐?
시체?
Bodies?
나이 새끼.
Bastards didn't.
잠깐.
Wait.
어디서 온 찌꺼기들인지
I don't know where you
모르겠지만
scum are from, but hear me out a sec.
어차피 너희도 NK
You're here for the
파견을
NK.
즐기러 온 거지.
Oh, and never been able to
여기서
pronounce that correctly,
한층만 더
aren't ya?
내려가면 손쉽게
If you go
NK
just one floor
파견을
down,
얻을
there's a
수 있어.
treasure trove just waiting to be nabbed.
거기는 너희에게 양보할게.
Whatever's on that floor is yours.
서로
Let us take what we
챙길
can
것만
here and be on our
챙기고.
way.
알아본
So
거
you
같네.
recognized me, huh? The moment the soldier's eyes landed on Gregor's face, their thin veil of kindness was torn down.
이 배신자 녀석.
Traitorous pissant.
아하.
You must have been
너는 전방에
dispatched to the
소속돼
front
있었나 보네.
lines too.
어때?
Like better in life than
그래도
on those
포스트보다는
flyers,
실물이
right?
낫지?
헛소리 집어쳐.
Cut the cheeky crap.
내가 너
I'm disgusted that
때문에 했었다는 게
I'm disgusted that I once saluted to your face.
이런 씨.
Whoa, easy there. It's not like you had to
실물이 되고
salute me in
한 것도
person.
아닌데.
너는 그 가짜는 특혜로
Are you posed as a normal member of society thanks to your dumbass privileges freeing you from the side effects?
우린 아니었어.
We never even got a chance.
기만자 새끼야.
Fraternizer?
전쟁에서
Fraternizer?
패하자마자
We were thrown
버려졌다고.
away right after the war was lost.
버려진 건 나도 마찬가지였어.
I was tossed out all the
모든
same, you
군인들이
know.
똑같지 않나?
Isn't that how it is for all the soldiers?
그 중에서도 너희들은
So this is the lifestyle you
버려진
chose?
벌레처럼 살아가길
Rifling through the
선택한
trash
거지.
like actual bugs?
어이, 적을 도발해서 좋을 건
Alt.
없지 않은가?
No good can come out of taunting your foe.
당신도 군
You
출신이라면
served the
알잖아.
military too. You know where this is going.
앞에 서 있는 것들과 싸우게
We're not
됐지.
getting out of this without a
아무튼.
fight.
순순히 보내줄
We're
생각이야.
planning to let you through. We really were.
저 배신자
But
새끼
now
뒤로
mince you and
잘라
throw your
죽여주지.
friend into mud meat.
어이없는 새끼들.
Like hell you were. You're
우리가
gonna wait for us to climb back up
가져오면
with it.
그대로 뒤통수가 있을 것들이야.
So you could backstab us and swipe it.
그랬던
Wait,
거였어요?
were they?
밑바닥에 떨어질
They
대로
fall into
떨어지는
rock bottom and
놈들한테
below.
의리란
And I
게
swear they don't
남아있을
care a whit for honor, eh?
가진 놈들도
Well,
뒤통수에
off the
쳐
broke,
때리는
people turn on
판인데
each other as long as there's
그런
something.
말랑한 걸 기대하냐 너?
You're way too naive to think otherwise. Okay, your goal is to reach the last section of the bottom floor and retrieve the golden bow. The dungeon consists of multiple floors, each rife with events and encounters. Clear the sector at the end of the floor to proceed to the next. Each sector is connected to one or more paths. You can travel to adjacent sectors by selecting them. It's possible to retrace your steps, so feel free to explore where you want first. Sustain damage, sinners don't heal after battle. While in dungeons, sinners with 0 HP are unable to participate, so keep track of their status. Reach your checkpoint will allow you to fully restore your sinners. If you're losing a battle, you can reattempt it from the start with whatever living sinners remain on your full team. This was also one more place where you got soft locked if your system language was not English, Korean, or Japanese. Ooh. Let's see here. So I guess we're just trying to get here. We want her, him, him, and then Gregor.
몸이 따라줄진 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요. 단테님, 봤어요? 해냈어요.
인간을 대지.
제대로 가보자고.
너무 쉽군요. 해냈어요.
Victory. Gregor lights a cigarette and takes a drag, followed by smoke streaming out from his mouth.
다른 보안업체에 취직을 해도
They'd have fared better than this if they
이것보다는
got a job at a
나았을 텐데요.
security company or something.
평생을 군인으로 살았던
They spent their
자들이
entire lives as
다른
soldiers.
직업으로
The changes
새출하기
required for them to
적응하고
start new
바뀌어야
life
할
must have
것들이
been
너무
overwhelming.
많았겠지.
그리고
You have no idea how stubbornly
몰락한
the
날개
stigma of his
출신이라는
fallen
건
wings
엄청난 꼬리표야.
remnants will haunt you.
누가 받아주는
If
구두발을
anyone's
핥아줘야지.
generous enough to take you in, licking their boots is the least you can do. Oh, sorry about that. Should have chosen my
미안하다.
words carefully.
내가 생각이 짧아.
아니에요.
No, it's fine.
진사나 엘사나
I'm sure things were rough with
상황이
G-Corp's fall
비슷했겠죠.
too.
날개가 부러진다는 건 그만큼
The breaking of a
혼란스러운
wing is a
사건이에요.
turbulent affair for many people. Containment hall. Oh boy, time for focused fight.
몸이
Oh
따라줄진
yeah.
모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
I may ask for advice a lot. In dungeons, you may encounter entities known as abnormalities. Even among the enemies you may face over your journey, they require the utmost caution and careful decision-making. Entities such as these require a more meticulous, hands-on approach than the other enemies. Encounters with these enemies is called focused encounters. In regular encounters, you gave command to your sinners by chaining skills from the left end to the dashboard to the right. In focused encounters, however, you must select the sinner's skill icons and chain them directly against the abnormality skill slots. Let us perform a hands-on field exercise. Select a skill from the leftmost column of the dashboard. Chain the selected skill icon to the entity's skill slot. Precisely. Remember, in focus encounters, connect the sinner skills directly to the enemy's skill slots. Please press the gear on the left if you would like to zoom in and out of the entire battlefield. Then, dear manager, please command your sinners so that we may continue the battle. Okay, seems like that one doesn't really matter. Can I do more than one? Only one will clash. Yeah, what if I just shield him? That'll work. And nah. Don't. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Just do damage.
해보겠습니다. 제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
상대보다 잘 타는 걸?
야, 똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한 것.
Thus ends the basics of Introduction to Focus and Counter Speed before we continue further into the battle. Abnormalities often have multiple parts that can be targeted. The speed displayed above their skill slots reflect the speed of the corresponding parts. Oh jeez. Abnormalities often have multiple parts that can be targeted. Each part will use skills from the skill slots assigned to them. The skill slot speed is the same as the speed of the part using them. Speed determines the order of actions in encounters. Like in regular encounters, you can select which enemies to target in focus encounters. You can use centers with higher speed values to force enemies with lower speed values to target them instead. Centers with higher speed values can force abnormalities with lower speed values to target them instead, resulting in a clash. Centers with lower or equal speed values cannot force... Ooh, I just spat on my mic, that was gross. Speed values cannot force abnormalities with higher speed values to target them. Chaining the skill of a slower center to a faster abnormality will cause them to conduct an unopposed attack instead of clashing with the abnormality. BRB. Okay, that's fine. Centers that are targeted by an abnormality skill, however, can use skill code to clash with abnormality skills that's targeting them. In such a case, speed is not a relevant factor. Understanding that hands-on experience may be the best way to learn. For now, simply keep in mind that centers with higher speed values can redirect attacks from enemies with lower speed values to themselves. Centers with higher speed values can force abnormalities with lower speed values to target them instead. This will lead to a clash marked by yellow arrows for the centers. Gosh dang, I need to stop yawning. Okay. Centers with lower or equal speed values cannot force abnormalities with higher speed values to target them. In such a case, center will conduct an unopposed attack marked by blue arrows instead of clashing with the abnormality. Oh, there's my kitten again. You're gonna get food. Quickly, child. A little bit faster, please. Thank you. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay, you guys can hear me. Ow! My leg just popped. Really bad. That hurt. Okay. When targeted by an enemy skill, centers that are targeted by an abnormality skill can use their skill to clash, marked by yellow arrows with the abnormality skill that's targeting them. In such a case, speed is not a relevant factor. Okay. Oh, no, let's not do that. Expected win rate. No. Ah, no. $175. Ooh, nice. Let's do Heartbroken. Dominating. Welcome back. 200. 100. It's gonna be the same thing though.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요. 너무 쉽군요.
이단을 배제.
해냈어요.
Yeah, let's just do like damage. There's only one guy left.
이대로 가보자고.
벌써 부서졌나?
Perfect.
쓸모가 없군.
Victory!
전 처음 봐요.
I've never seen those
이런
before.
것들은
모른다고?
You don't know? Hopkins' face quickly turned into a cold frown. It was in such stark contrast to the face he showed before Virgilius. I shuddered in fright.
아니
No, well,
우리가 굳이 추락한 날개.
don't you know why we bothered to let a fallen wing's feather into our office?
엘사의
To deal with
지구에
requests
있을
taking place in Elcourt branches
조금이나마
more safely.
안전하게 해결하려고.
잘하네.
Exactly.
하급
I didn't even expect much from a low-rank
별로 바라는
agent.
것도 없었어. 길었네.
Just two simple
그리고 저
jobs. Lead the way
환상체인지
and tell us how to deal with those
어떻게
abnormalities.
조져야 할지 알려줘.
Abnormalities or whatever.
근데
Now look, what do you expect us to do with just... Oh no, I've never seen those before. Huh?
호핀스.
Gosh, Hopkins, feeling angry? Take it easy.
유리 씨가 처음 본 게
If they are in
확실하다면
fact new to Miss Yuri,
이 개체는
then these might be another type of
환상체에서부터
entity
비롯된
derived
또
from
무언가.
abnormalities.
또 다른
Perhaps
종일
a new
수도 있겠죠.
species.
그 코퍼레이션이
The corporation
모든
might not have
환상체를 관리하고
had every
있지는
specimen in their
않았을 수도
confines
있어.
either. Yuri, there is no reason to lambaste yourself for neglecting to remember what you were never taught.
없을 것이오.
감사합니다.
Thank you, sir.
뭘 간질거리게 입씨름을
What's there to
하고 있어?
argue about? All that
가서
matters is we
두들겨
beat
패면
him to
되잖아.
death, right?
시킨다면 할
Give the
뿐이다.
word and we'll do it.
움직이는 먹인자. 재밌겠군.
Ay, ay, ay. We'll do this one. Why not? I don't know.
조심 1번.
이단을 배제.
너무 쉽군요.
Nice.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한 것.
Alright. Um. That one.
초식 1번.
또 죽었나?
These things are kind of
벌써
horrifying.
부서졌나? 쓸모가 없-
너무 쉽군요.
역시 붉은
Impressive.
시선님의
Expect no
수하들답게
less of the red case's
능력도
minions.
만만치.
수아라고?
What'd you say?
아이고,
Oh
우리
boy, there goes
홉킨스가
Hopkins again, being
말실수를
clumsy
해서
with his tongue. I'll
제가
apologize in his
대신
stead.
사과할게요.
She's so
그런데 왜
cute.
이렇게 꾸물럭대는 거야,
King Trip, what are you
홉킨스?
doing?
치즈를 다시 도졌어?
Babies, what are you doing? You just gonna sit there? What's taking you so long, though, Hopkins? Hemorrhoids acting up again.
무슨 말을 하는 거야?
No, I'm not.
내가 언제?
Don't know what you mean. Hopkins got up after a bit of dawdling. His pockets were laden with something, but I decided not to bother pointing it out. Oh. You lounge.
뭐
Well, I suppose this place is as good as any. As I opened the door, Faust suddenly stood before me.
단테,
Dante, close your eyes and look for the glimmer hiding in the
어둠
dark.
속에 숨어 있는 별을 찾아보세요. 너무 찬란하지도
Find the
않고
faint star of truth,
은은하게
twinkling
드러나고
gently.
있는
Star. This one won't hurt, right?
별을 찾는 것만이라면
It shouldn't cause you any pain
아프지는
since you're
않죠.
simply locating it. Something about the way Faust put that bothered me, but I decided to trust her and block my sight.
다시 눈을 뜨면
When you open your
까맣게
eyes,
빛난
what seems so far away
당신과 눈을 맞추고 있을
will
거예요.
shine right into your vision. Can't trip. What's wrong? Where are you? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. You're literally under me. My comeback, my baby. That's beautiful. That light, is it only visible to me?
아니요. 당신을
Right, through you,
통해서
now all of us can see
이제
it.
모두가 던전이 아니지만
Even though we're inside a
모두가 별을
dungeon,
통해
we can now reap the benefits
당신을
of your
통한
ability
혜택을
through the star.
받을 수 있게 되었죠.
그럼 얼른 시계
Can you please hurry up
돌려주세요.
with the clock then?
어깨
I think I
뼈쪽이
dislocated my
아까부터 탈구된
shoulder.
것 같거든요.
돌린다고요?
Clock?
그 시계
It wasn't
정말
just for
돌릴 수
show.
있는 거였어요?
돌아가기만 하겠어.
That's not all it
엄청
does.
신기한
They have a
능력을
really
가지고
neat
있다고.
power. You should come and
요리도
take a
한번
look,
구경해봐.
Yuri. Will no one recognize the pain I endure? Checkpoints. You can find checkpoints as you explore the dungeon. Your sinners will fully heal their HP and reset their SP upon reaching one. When all of your sinners die, you'll be brought back to your last checkpoint. Do note that progress made beyond said checkpoint will be reset as well. Okie dokie. Are you comfy? I'm just holding my cat as like a baby. She has nothing against it right now. Alright, let's go.
이게
Time for
최선이겠죠?
first boss. Oh boy.
아, 상쾌한 기분.
Ah, that felt real good. I'm dying here.
그 시계
What an amazing
진짜
clock you've got.
신기하네요.
I haven't seen that technology
정말
anywhere.
듣도 보도 못한 기술이에요.
That
이
has to be
정도면
on the level of a
특이점
singularity.
대체
What
어떤
wing could be
날개가
responsible? Responsible? Hawkins greedily stared at my head. I really tried to ignore it, but looking at his stuffed pockets again.
단테.
Dante, why are you clutching your head like that? It's nothing.
파우스티안,
Miss Faust,
관리자께서
can our manager not
가진
restore the
시간에
lives of our guys using the
저들의
clock's
목숨을
power?
돌려줄 수는 없어?
시계는
The
수감자들에게
clock will only
공짜예요.
work for us sinners.
아,
Ah,
차라리
gee,
그게
I suppose that's for the
낫네.
better.
배에 구멍이 숭
Imagine you're dragged
났는데
right back to
못
life
죽고
with a gaping hole in
되살아나지면
your stomach.
그게 더
Wouldn't that
끔찍하잖아?
suck?
아니다.
Nah, you know
배가
what?
뚫린
You're
거면
lucky
운이
if a hole
좋은
is punched in
거지.
your gut.
몇 초 안에
You'd be a
죽으니까.
goner in seconds. Wait. Oh, okay. Our tentacle erupts from the wall and penetrates Aya's abdomen in an instant.
전투 준비.
All units, prepare for battle.
내가 말했지.
What'd I tell you?
난 항상
I've always been a lucky girl.
저
이미 절명했어.
Her life has departed. No.
자,
You have to keep it
아이,
together, especially in
아이,
times
이럴
like these,
때일수록.
yeah?
정.
But
일반적인 공격의
the
형태를
attack is
취하고
under an
있지 않는
unusual form. It's like that we are facing an
환생체의 가능성이 높습니다.
abnormality.
관리자님, 명령을 부탁드립니다.
Manager, your command, please. I felt pity for Yuri. She looked at Aya's corpse and then back to us with tears. Nevertheless, Yuri, Hopkins, and Aya? Wait, Yuri, Hopkins, and Aya. Those three I can't revive. We have to fight now if we don't want any more casualties.
현명한 판단이십니다.
A wise decision, Manager.
저 째까기는 소리가
You can make sense of that
해석이
tickling?
되는 건가?
Tickling? Ticking. I'm not tickling anybody. Otis gave Hopkins a fiery glare, but soon reminded herself of her priorities and breathed into a shout.
관리자님의
It's the
명령.
manager's orders, you
설계대라
lackeys.
소위 진영을 구축한다.
You will surround the enemy in formation.
전방에
Target
거수자.
is the uniform ahead.
네.
Okay.
그런데
To be honest, I'm not sure if you can say that thing has a form. Slowly encroaching vines, followed by the shadow of a figure that looks to be several times taller than a human. Ooh. It was approaching, begetting fright unlike any foe we faced up until now. Whoa, what in the world? Midify abnormalities with multiple parts in the dungeon you explore. In such cases, each part will have different resistances and passives and use different skills. Oh, kitten once gone. Goodbye. Prepared an abnormality encyclopedia for occasions like this. It lists the resistances, skills, and passives for each part. Select an abnormality to view its entry. Okay, so now I will have to think about it a bit. Great. Thinking is not my strong suit. Wow. Do you recommend reading the passives? Start of a turn, inflict one bind on all enemies. This lasts until the roots have been broken. Roots gain 2 attack power up for each intact arm. Great. Okay. Oh, hello. What are you doing? I would start with Hong Lu since he has the lowest speed and is targeted the most. Okay. Cantrip? What are you doing, girl? Okay, one moment. I gotta kick the cat. No, Joel. Yes. enough. Okay, so I need to start with Hong Lu. Oh, he is targeted a lot. Wow. Anti-grab. I don't know what to do with her. The orange skill is stronger. I'd recommend clashing with the roots. Right stand, left stand. Roots. Okay. Isn't that bad though? Alright, I'm gonna trust you. Another skill here stronger. Okay. Jerk. What am I gonna do with you? Come on. In and out. I pick one. You can't try at the door and then not come in, girl. Unless I use ego. Ugh, the. Yoshu is slow, but also not targeted, so she won't be able to clash. I would use her green skill improved. This red one does more damage. I don't. So it does more damage. Okay, I will do red one. And then these are the same. So. Opposed. Let's go for it! Yay!
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한 것.
No, wait, no, I don't want that. Okay. Favor dominating. Okay, I will do that. Hopeless. Oh, my headphones are dying. Let me plug them in real quick. I'll probably end the stream after this fight, or dungeon, or whatever. Oy. Oh boy. Okay, try to clash by using the arrows pointed at you. Okay. I know I'm trying to like clash with these arrows. So like I don't know his name. Anyway, he should clash with this one. Yeah. You can see how 4 sinners are targeted. Those will be able to clash that specific slot. Yeah. Okay. And then nothing's produces ego on the roots. How do you use ego again? I don't remember. Okay, did I do it? Yeah. Oh, now I gotta drag the ego. I did not want to do that. Two roots, right? Yeah, okay. And then try to dodge with Hongwu. this one. And then these two. Clash.
제대로 가보자고.
Bad rolls, okay. During focus encounters, you may occasionally be tasked to make key decisions. These require you to choose center or an action based on your current situation. In abnormalities, response may vastly differ by the choices you make. So choose wisely. Oh boy. Checks represented by abnormalities have a required sin affinity and a threshold to pass. Choose a center with the right affinity for a higher likelihood of success. The abnormality will react differently depending on your choice and its results. Passing the check usually gives you benefits, and failing it burdens you with disadvantages. A heart torn into thousands of pieces must be kept from all eyes, thus it burrowed into the ground and tangled itself. Yet someone has to pull up these thorny roots, as there is no wound that can remain unearthed. The sinners gave each other looks. Being coiled in piercing sharp pain was something to avoid even in one's dreams. Okay. Commence. Yay. In their hands were the doubts of others. The sinner realized that while the injury may heal, distrust might keep deep root in their heart. The effects of entangling roots expired.
운은 실력과도 연관되어 있죠?
Okay. Now you don't have bind anymore. Oh, okay. My eyes are having a hard time figuring out where these arrows are going. Honglu should focus on roots again. Roots, leaves, stem, roots. Okay. I don't think I quite understand everything yet. Okay, and then the orange one is better. Okay, and then she can do this one. Where's fruit? There it is. Okay. My eyes are having a hard time focusing. I'm just gonna go for it.
재밌네요.
The fruit was born again. What does that mean? Oh, okay. We targeting Gregor. Check passives. The fruit is destroyed, all parts are infected with too fragile. The fruit regenerates after one turn. At the start of the turn, inflict one bind. Okay, those are the ones that we were looking at before. Okay. This one is not targeting anyone. This one, gosh dang it. Targeting him, so we can clash. Here, and then okay, Gregor taking care of that one. This one's going to Gregor. So we'll have her deal with that one. And this one's also aiming at Gregor.
정화.
Try that, I guess. Sinners peered at its face, they gazed upon the withered memories within. Down to the holes left by pests. An apple does not culminate when it ripens to a glossy red. When the apple browns, cracks, shrivels, and attracts lowly creatures, that is when it has met its golden bliss. The sinners knew now was the time to bring the apple to the earth. Sinners knew, but who was the sinner? Pride advantage. I have to be me. I shall handle this. Do him, I guess. Oh! Okay, cool. The fruit was emptied of its lifeblood long ago. Only futility remained. This attack followed the sinners a brief moment of respite. The fruit got broken. Got
운은
staggered.
실력과도 연관되어 있죠?
Okay. I can just click on damage.
성화.
갓. 벌써 부서졌나?
Yay! We did it.
뭐야? 끝이야?
So what? That was it?
환상체는
I heard abnormalities were
함부로
supposed to be so
제압하기 힘들
powerful that
정도로
even suppressing
강력하다고
them is a dangerous
들었는데요.
task.
클리포트 억제력 때문이에요.
It's a Kapath deterrence in action.
뭐? 커피
Huh?
포트?
Coffee pots? Coffee pots?
환상체들을
Of course, that weakens
약화시키는 힘이에요.
abnormalities. Its original purpose is to safely
격리실에서
supervise them in
보다
containment.
안전하게 환상 황금가지를 회수할수록
As we continue our
그
assignment in
점점
collecting more golden
약해져가겠죠.
bows, the deterrence will weaken as
지금은
well.
이 정도로
Although
끝났지만
this was a simple battle.
나중엔 100번을
Later on, one of them
죽었다
might take our
깨어나도
lives more than
힘들 수
100-fold
있다는
to handle
말이네요.
it. That's a terrifying thought. Where did its corpse go anyway? I'm pretty sure that attack did it
분명
in.
숨통은 끊어졌습니다.
It was felled without a
알리지
doubt,
않네.
all thanks to your exceptional
지휘
command,
덕택이죠.
manager. It couldn't have disappeared into the sky.
역시 관리자님입니다. 그럴
Brilliant
가능성도
insights
배제할
as
수
always,
없죠.
manager. Such possibilities cannot be ruled out.
아이 너희
What a
눈엔 이
bootlegger.
단단해 보이는 지하천장 안
Ask
보이냐?
kisser. Is the tough-looking ceiling above us not a thing to you two?
이쪽을 보세요.
Over there. Listless, Yuri pointed at something. The shock of losing Aya must have shaken her badly, but seeing her hold her own and keep her head up, I felt I should let her be and follow along with her for a while. Is that an egg?
환상체의 핵이군요.
It's the core of the
적절하게 제압했을 경우
It's the core of the
미래한 아랫
abnormality.
모양으로 환원되죠.
When suppressed via appropriate measures, it will be reduced to this condensed ovate form,
그리고 부화할 거예요.
and it'll
이
hatch
공간에서
once enough
일정
time
시간이
has passed here.
지났다면요.
뭐?
Hatch?
개
You
같은
gotta be
일이-
joking.
이것들이 죽지
You mean
않는다는
those things
소리인가요?
won't die?
환상체는 죽지 않아요.
Abnormalities simply cannot die.
그래서
It's one of the
일사의
factors that
생성 에너지량이
contribute to Elcorp's
어마어마했던
massive energy
것이더라고요.
protection.
이 상태의 핵을 격리실에
As an
가져다
employee, my
놓는데
job was to put the core back in its
제가 하는
containment
일은
unit. Now things have changed.
이제
What can we do before this
알이
egg
다시
hatches?
깨어나기 전까지
림버스 컴퍼니에는
Limbus
이런
Company has a
환상체들을 담당하는
department.
부서가
Blah.
별도로 있어요.
Let me try that again.
그들이 회사에
Limbus
가서
Company has a department dedicated to dealing with abnormalities like this. They'll retrieve them for us.
그 애프터
Right.
팀이요?
Was it the after team?
안내받을
remember
때
hearing them about
들었던
during-
기억이 나네요.
I remember hearing about them during orientation.
그럼 시간 끌지 말고 빨리
What's stopping you from calling them now?
연락은
The transmission device is on
Mephistopheles
Mephistopheles.
그건 그렇겠지.
Figures.
너무 걱정할 필요는
No need to
없습니다.
worry. Once we have the golden bow,
황금가지만
we'll return
찾는다면
whether we like it or not.
싫어도 돌아갈 테니까.
Went down a floor.
이곳을 다시 오게 될 줄 몰랐어요.
I didn't think I'd come back here.
대체적으로 로보토미 지부들은
Most of Lobotomy
여러 개의
Corporation's
층으로
facilities
구성되어
consist of
있어요.
multiple floors,
그리고 각자
and each
층마다
floor is expected to be
주인이 되는
occupied by an
환상체들이
abnormality
존재할
marking
거예요.
its domain.
아까 그런 게또
Seriously? There's
나온다고?
more of them?
그런 그
So,
전투 정보?
where'd you figure all that
그걸
info
대체
about what
어떻게 알고
we'll
있는
face and stuff?
파우스트는
Faust
모든
knows
걸
it
알고
all.
있어요.
안내에서는 비포
The guide set
팀이
up a four
사전
team just
정찰한다고 하더라고요.
reconnaissance in advance.
그냥 네가
So you
관계자라서
only
한
know that
것뿐이야.
because you have ties to the staff.
틀린 말을 하진
I never
않았잖아요.
claimed otherwise. Anyway, this means we should expect a great threat on every floor.
등 뒤에 적을 두고서
Be
전진하는
idiotic to
멍청한
advance into
일은 할
the
수
unknown
없으니
without making sure
결국
that
그
we're
층의
clear of
환상체를
danger in
정리해야만
at least
하겠군.
one direction, leaving us with no choice but to take them down as we go.
파우스트가 할 말을 앗아가 버렸네요.
You took the words right out of Faust's mouth.
말하지 않더라도
Is it not a
의도를
splendid thing to be
전달할 수
able to convey
있다면
your intentions before they have
그보다
been
이상적인 것은
verbalized?
없지 않게.
단테,
Dante, it's time to
별을
see
볼
the
때예요.
star. I'm your manager, not a scapegoat, you know. Okay. I need to get going. I'm like starving. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Is my progress saved, or do I need to... Okay, yeah, my progress has been saved. I just need to leave the dungeon. How do I leave the dungeon? To window. Yes.
하루가 저물어가는 동안
Okay.
나는
Cool.
그저 서 있을 뿐이었어.
Oh, let's go to just chatting. Alright. I'm tired. I'm very hungry. What are my thoughts? It is interesting to say the least. I am gonna need a bit more time to figure out the mechanics, of course, because it is a little confusing from someone who's never seen this before. I like the characters, and the story seems interesting so far, from what I can tell. I'm gonna send you a vid about them. Okay, that'd be nice. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be playing this like too often, just because it kind of wears out my voice with the voices. Might be like an every other week kind of thing. I don't know. It's gonna largely depend on how I feel most days. I just lost my train of thought. How do I exit the game? Oh, quick game. Okay, cool. Sent me part 1. Okay, looks like I got it. Yeah. Alright, well, that being said, I am going to hop off for the night. I don't know if I'm going to bother raiding anyone. Unless somebody else is playing Limbus. Let me look. Yeah, there seems to be a few people playing. We will raid. I don't want to raid. I don't think I'm gonna worry about raiding today. Next time, maybe. Okay, that being said, stream. The next one scheduled is Monday, but that's gonna be very... I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to stream on Monday, because I got a bunch of stuff to do. I gotta take Cantrip, my kitten, to the vet, and I'm picking up a bed from someone. I gotta clean my house, because my fiance is moving in, like, within the next 2 weeks, so I gotta get stuff ready for her to join. So, I will keep you updated on whether or not we do stream on Monday. I do all my schedules and stream updates on my Twitter. Whoa, let's not yell. There we go. I have all my socials in my card if you want to follow my Twitter. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for joining me, Box, and showing me Limbus. I do want to know the story a bit more. Going to... Don't really use Twitter. That's fine. I keep losing my train of thought. I apologize. I'm just gonna end stream before I start losing my mind completely. I will see you, if not Monday, then on Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be playing yet. Could play more Limbus. It depends on how I'm... Oh, I gotta work on that day, though. Usually Wednesdays are my day off. I'll just see. I'll keep you updated. Alright, I will see you next time. Goodbye.